What's up, beautiful people? I'm here with my main man, Lee Syatt, for another fun-filled episode of the Church of What's Happening Now, new edition. It's Tuesday, the 12th of August.
Isn't that crazy?
The month is flying. The kids, I think in Florida, they're already at school.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Florida, Nashville, kids already at school, starting. It flew by this summer, dog.
My cousins lived in Florida when I grew up, and I used to blow my mind that they were in school in August. That would suck.
Sweating your ass off the last 2 weeks, making believe you want to be there. Then you got to go to school for Labor Day and then come back. Just start school after Labor Day. That destroys it. So I'm in school for 2 weeks, and I got my first vacation, and it's a Monday, and I got to come back on Tuesday, like half with a sunburn. Just let me go back.
Sometimes now they'll have you go like the Wednesday, and then like you'll go for like 2 days, and then you have the long weekend for Labor Day. They fuck with you. That's like a job like I sort of regret not doing as a teacher. Like that, I know it's a pain in the ass, but the schedule is fucking awesome.
No, it's not.
You wouldn't like that? Be done by 3?
No.
Dude, there's so many
You're not
comics
done by
teachers.
3. They're done by 3. You got to stay and mark papers and grade this and do
Fucking
that.
second grade, so there's no papers.
Well, okay, but you still got to fucking work. You still got to deal with those fucking kids.
Yeah, that part's tough.
You still got snots, and kids are different. They're not respectful. And so what? You got 2 months off in the summer? How bad do you feel in September? I'd rather work the whole summer than have the summer off and then have to go back in September like, fuck. Now I got to go back to this job and do this shit all over again.
Really? I would love 2 months off every year. You wouldn't like that? You don't like vacations.
I don't like vacations. What am I going to do? Sit around?
I never understood. It's why you work so hard, is to take a break.
What break? There's no breaks.
What do you mean, what break?
What breaks? People who take breaks end up dead. There's no breaks.
Everyone ends up dead, so take some breaks.
But on your time, not on the world's time, there's no break. Lee, you know why I don't like breaks? Because everybody's always complaining. 7 out of people complain about money issues right now.
Yeah.
And 8 out of 10 people complain about their career. But you got the audacity to go on a vacation. I love stand-up comedy. The only thing I don't like about stand-up comedy that I never liked, that's why it's very weird that I did it, because I don't like telling you what I'm going to do in 2 weeks on a Saturday. Leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me on a fucking, October 23rd, I'm getting married. That's your business. That's got nothing to do with me. It's my son's birthday. That's got nothing to do with me. Okay? It really doesn't. But every day you get a call on who's hurting financially, who's doing this. And then you have the people what about this? So your girlfriend, that goofy bitch, right? Because everybody's got a goofy fucking bitch girlfriend that has horrible ideas, but she sucks our dick and they talk us into it. So how about next April, we go to Caracas, Venezuela, and you just got your dick sucked. You're like, oh yeah, that would be great. Oh my God, I always wanted to go to fucking Caracas. Okay, and that's a great vacation. I'm not lying to you. You want to, this is what you work for. But what if 3 weeks before Caracas, your cat dies, your car blows up, and you lost your job? Are you still going to go on that vacation? White people do. Like, let's still go. What are we going to do here? So the whole 10 days, I'm thinking about where I'm going to work. I miss my cat, and what am I going to drive when I get back? That's not a fucking vacation. That's what I don't like. I don't know what's going to happen next March. How much do they want? $100. I'll lose $100 to fucking pander somebody. Like, yeah, maybe I'll go. But for me to give you $8,000, and I don't know what's going to happen next March. And all of a sudden, March comes along, my mother just died, my uncle's in the hospital, my girlfriend's got a foot that got cut off, and you want me to go on vacation. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Life isn't that easy. And there's people who still take off in that situation.
Well, yeah,
and
those
you
are
have
idiots.
to worry about that. Like somebody called me last year and like, I'm going on vacation, but I'm concerned. My father's really sick. He's on his deathbed. That's when the vacation gets canceled. Because I would never want to be on a vacation and get the call that my dad died.
That's fair.
So 3 days later, I got to get back on a plane. Now I got to go back crying. On the fucking plane like a faggot. For what? For what? And that's what I don't like about vacations. That I don't know what's going to be happening at that time. Yeah, on paper, anything. You know us as comedians.
Right.
Plan something. plan something. As a comic, plan something. Because the day you go, your girlfriend's like, let's do August 23rd. Okay, August 23rd. That's the day Tarantino calls you. Kimmel calls you. That Friday. That Friday before you leave is the day, name the biggest director today. He calls you and says, I have 4 days for you in the movie. They start Sunday. And now you got to look at your cunt family and go, oh, looks like you're going on your own. I didn't want to go to Disneyland anywhere. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to go anywhere. That's in my mind all the time. That's the type of guy I am. I don't want to miss nothing. When we grew up in North Bergen, you didn't want to go home. You did not want to go home. Did you ever want to go home when you were in high school? Because you didn't want to wake up the next day and go, bro, after you left, a chick pulled up and sucked everybody's dick. And you're like, God damn it, I should have done that book report on trigonometry or whatever. So we were raised not to go home. So you understand all these little things? That's why I don't like vacations.
I totally get it. But why? I get the business thing. But like before that, every scenario was like worst. Like if you go on a vacation, the world's going to end. Like what if the world doesn't end? Like
What do you mean the world's going to end?
You said like my mom died, my cat died.
Right, but no. Think about it. Let's say right now, you talk to your girlfriend and she goes, this weekend we want to go to Saratoga. That's fine. It's Monday. You know, I don't know what I'm going to feel like, but oh yes, you did that on Monday. I'll tell you whatever the fuck you want to hear about Saturday. You know, but as Thursday comes along, you got an audition Monday. I got no time to hold hands and walk around the town. Oh my God, let's go look at the museum. I don't have time for that shit. I don't have time, and I've never had time for that. I've been one of those guys that we cry when we don't have what we want. But to get it, we're going to take a vacation now. That doesn't fly with me at all, because if you're going to come back from that vacation going, I don't know what's going on with my comedy. Well, you went on vacation for a week. That's what happened to your comedy. You went on vacation. You thought you earned the right to go on a fucking vacation. And at the end of the day, none of us earned the fucking right to go on a vacation. None of us. None of us. There's a number that you have to earn to go on a vacation. It's unrealistic. So that means you're never going to go on a fucking vacation. I need to make $8 million in the month of March. Never going to happen. So I'm not going on vacation unless I mug Jeff Bezos.
What if you make 7?
I ain't going on vacation. The goal was 8.
Jesus Christ.
That's how you have to treat yourself. Who the fuck am I to go swing somewhere when I owe on my credit card, I have a mortgage, and I have all these things in my life? Who the fuck am I to go hang out with white people and drink cocktails and before you drink them, honey, we're going to put this on the Visa card. Yeah, okay. So that's not a vacation.
Right.
That's not a vacation. A vacation to me is, let's go. And we got 20 chicks coming from all over the world, and they all got to sign NDAs because they're dying anyway, right? We're killing them anyway on the boat, right? They're not making it back to tell an Epstein story or nothing. That's what people are going to learn from this Epstein list. No more stories. Once you finish with them, you kill them all. That's it. You want to come to an orgy? Just know prepared to die. Sign your will before you come in, because you ain't going home. That's it. I hope people learned all this shit from Puffy and Diddy and fucking Epstein and the island with Carlos Leder. What was that? Paradise Cove, where they were doing coke and doing abortions. Women were so coked up they were doing abortions fresh. Like they were just ripping the fucking baby out of your snatch with cocaine. What was the name of Pablo Escobar? Not Pablo. Carlos Leder had an island. Remember? Between Colombia and Miami, Carlos Leder bought a fucking island. And it was filled with cocaine. Carlos Leder was one of the guys from the Medellin cartel that thought he was fucking philosophical. He was half German and half Colombian. So he loved Hitler. So he would fucking get coked up and talk about Hitler and fucking all this shit. And once he lost his mind, the cartel got together. When the United States said, we're going to go, Norman's Cay. When the United States got together, they go, what we're going to do? And the cartel got together and go, look, we can end this. Just give him Carlos Leder. He's fucking crazy anyway. He's crazy. He lives on an island. He's having orgies, fucking killing kids, women, people fucking, sucking. They were bringing the coke there and leaving like 10 kilos. And he was snorting it all.
Do you think it was really good Coke?
Dog, it was an island with Coke and nobody to watch you. Whether the Coke was good or bad, I'm having a good time. Somebody's dying. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's dying. All these people want to party, but nobody wants to die. Like, when I was a kid, people OD'd. Right at a party, they OD'd. They fucking lost a fucking leg. That's a party.
I don't think they went to the
These
party
little
looking at
faggots
OG,
now
though.
sit there at DJs down the shore. Oh, yeah. To some black rapper with an organ and a stick. Think, think, yeah, you looking good. Think. And what the fuck? What the fuck? So anyway, we're talking about
No
vacations.
vacations.
Now we're talking about black people. I don't know how that happened. And nobody's going to Jamaica. Anyway, that's why. That's the way I've always thought, Lee.
I mean, do you ever, looking back, do you ever be like, I should maybe like a 1 week? Like, I'm not telling. I do agree. I've never, knock on wood, I've never had credit card debt. So like that, I've been very good about that, and that I agree with. But like, if you can afford, 3 days in Tampa.
Why Tampa? I don't want to.
I don't. Because to you, every vacation was like to the south of France, and I'm going $100,000 in debt. I'm talking about like, let's go to the beach for 5 days, and I don't know, chill, go to Waffle House.
I went down to that North Carolina, that fucking armpit.
I forgot about that. You did go on vacation in the last couple of years.
That sucked. That shit sucked for a guy like me. You know what I like? You know what a vacation is for me? Just going to a nice hotel,
Yeah.
eating, going on the balcony, smoking dope, torturing somebody, smoking pot outside and watching security scramble, and then leaving like a little joint in the ashtray, and then going to the front desk and going, "Do you smell marijuana?" I'm a Christian. I do not like the smell of marijuana in my hotel. That's fun.
Yeah. So I see. That is fantastic. So you just want to go alone and torture people just in like new locations. You just want to torture
I'm
random
getting
people.
to an age that when I was younger, I liked torturing people. But I'm getting to an age since I have no friends. I don't talk to them. Like, I didn't talk to anybody all weekend. So I basically just tortured people. I took my daughter's softball whistle, that fucking whistle, the problems I caused with that whistle. I went to my buddy's restaurant, Eddie Bart. What was the name of Eddie Bart's restaurant? Out in the Little Ferry. Fucking great restaurant. I'm sitting there, Hackensack. Doesn't matter, George. I don't even know the name of it. So I'm sitting there with Eddie Bart, and I'm blowing this whistle. Dee, dee. And every time I blow the whistle, he's a general manager. He's getting up and looking around. For 2 hours, they thought the fire alarm was going off.
Oh, my
And every
gosh.
time they would settle, I'd do another beep, beep, and they'd get up and they'd run the fucking restaurant. He didn't know until I did the podcast a week later, and he listened to it. And I talked about the whistle.
That you
So,
were. Oh my God.
Saturday night, I went out with a couple to dinner, a young couple. I met her 5 years ago. She's the first person I met in Marlboro. Then she introduced me to her boyfriend. I'm tighter with the boyfriend now than I am with her because he has a health food store. So I see him a lot more. So they invited me out Saturday night. And at first I was like, I don't know. And I met him. I had the last 2 edibles. I had two 500 milligram edibles. And I had some Enigma mushrooms, and I ate half the bag, but I haven't been eating mushrooms, so they kind of give you that euphoric for about a half hour. So I was eating in this restaurant. I ordered the Italian fried rice. They got Italian fried rice. And I'm eating the fried rice, and I'm fucking tripping. I'm getting high on the edibles, and the guy gave me a steak knife by mistake. So I'm just sitting there. Every 5 minutes, I would just pick up the steak knife and go, ha! And I just... The people next to me were going crazy every time I said, ha. And then I broke the whistle out by myself, and I just started doing the beep, beep, and everybody's looking around. I'm like, and I'm calling the waiter over going, what's that whistle? And I'm like, let me find out what it is. He's running the restaurant. That's what I giggle upon. That's
Oh my God.
That's what I like doing.
Dude, I forgot that Terry and Mercy were gone. You alone for a few days must be like, that must be the craziest thing that anyone's ever, like, you just left to your own devices. How long did it take you to break the whistle out? How many days were you alone until you
Thursday night, I took the whistle out.
And they left Thursday
Listen,
morning.
hold on. Let's go to our break. Let's bring in our
All right.
guest, and we'll continue this conversation. I want to talk to you a little bit about Lucy Gum, all right? We'll be right back. Hey, guys, Uncle Joey here. Listen, if you're carrying nicotine pouches tastes like something you find at the bottom of your grandfather's drawer. It's time for an upgrade. Lucy Breakers brings nicotine pouches to the next level, Jack, with a flavor capsule inside each of them that can break to release a wave of flavor with options like berry citrus, espresso, mango, apple cider. There's a flavor for every mood. Me, I'm a berry citrus type of guy. You can even get a subscription to ensure that you'll never run out of these little Lucy little freezers there. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/church, CHURCH, and use promo code CHURCH, CHURCH, to get 20% off your first order. 20%. Lucy even has a 30-day refund policy. So if you change your mind again, that's okay. Lucy.co/church and use code CHURCH to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age. Every order is age verified. And this product contains nicotine. And if you didn't know it, nicotine is an addictive chemical. Yo, Uncle Joey here. You ever have a gut feeling something's going to happen? You know it's going to happen? Well, here's your chance to see if your gut is right. UFC 319 is blowing back to the Windy City for the first time in 6 years. Check out the fight card and get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. If you're new to DraftKings, check this out. Ready? New customers, you bet $5. That's it. If you win, you're going to get 200 in bonus bets instantly. New customers who bet $5 will get 200 in bonus bets instantly. 200, just like that, and football's right around the corner. It's an awesome way to get started. So finally, put your money where your mouth is. Turn that gut feeling into real cash, Jack. Don't miss out on UFC 319 action. Overs, unders, parlays, knockouts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now, tonight, or today, and press in code JOEY, Joey. That's code JOEY for new customers to get 200 in bonus bets instantly when you just bet $5. Only at DraftKings, where, you know, the crown is yours, Jack. Good luck this Saturday.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
We're back. Don't forget, try Lucy Gum. Our guest today is a friend of mine, my longest comedy friend that's still doing comedy, Mr. Josh Wolf. What's happening, brother?
What's up, dude?
30 fucking years, I know.
I know, man.
We saw comedy go, change. People died.
You know what, though? Like, people definitely died.
Well, that lady up in Seattle that wouldn't book me. And then she's your ex-manager.
My old manager? The woman who,
Laura, yeah, God rest her soul.
Yeah, Laura. You talking about Laura?
Yeah, Laura. I forgot her last name.
She didn't have Ron's last name.
No, she didn't. She
Crocker.
Laura
Crocker.
Yeah, she wouldn't book me, but I would call every Wednesday and go, hey, can I do a guest set at your club? And she would fucking cringe. I guess you can. And then the club would say, why don't you ever work here? I don't know. Laura don't like me.
She did like a one-nighter or something in the...
She had a bunch of one-nighters. Her?
Yeah, but Pat Wilson loved you.
Pat Wilson, yeah, until she found out I was getting paid and not showing to her gigs. She had that Friday at the Army base. I just stopped showing up.
Dude,
I just stopped. She's
that
like,
Friday at the Army base was
brutal.
Horrible.
I just stopped going down there. I don't want to get paid $25 to get put on a firing line.
Dude, it's the only place. It's the only place somebody threw a bottle at me from the crowd.
It was a firing line. They were going to shoot you for 25.
Fucking crazy.
I stopped going. I kept getting the checks. She's like, "Did you go? How was the show?" It was great. I never went. I didn't go for like 3 or 4 weeks. It was just $25 a week.
Place was one of the roughest shows. The fact that they knew that they might throw bottles, and nobody ever
interfered.
Nah, not once.
Then we had the comedy room with the parrot behind us.
Dude, I've never seen... I was telling somebody this story the other day. I've never seen you angrier on stage than when that parrot started making noises.
Oh my God, because you're trying
Dude.
to. I have enough time telling jokes and remembering my jokes, and I got a parrot behind me going, "Johnny, want a cracker?"
Yo, and this was I'm assuming at this time too, you had you always had coke in you. You were not a calm dude.
No.
And when that parrot started you were like, I'm gonna kill this fucking parrot. You're like, how much? You don't have to pay me, and I'm gonna kill this,
I'm gonna kill this
fucking
fucking guy.
parrot, dude. Listen to me. I was talking to you about this earlier, but we did comedy together when it was still just fun.
Fun. Listen, comedy is very fun. I mean, the new generation, it's got to be a nightmare for them because they're coming up knowing that if you get enough views on YouTube, somebody will hire you. If you, let your dick on fire on Instagram and get 3 million people, 10% of that is 300,000, right? 3 million, 300,000, 30,000, something like that. It's still enough people to rock and roll with. And they're all confused. They don't know really where to go. And I tell Lee constantly, this is just about getting funny right now. This area, this year 1 to year 12, is basically you listening, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, oh, really? You got a Netflix special? How great of you. Listen, it's not anybody else's journey. It's your journey. I was watching that stupid movie the other day,
Which one?
and it made a lot of sense to me. Full Metal Jacket. Listen to what the Marines teach you. This is my rifle. There's many like it, but this one is mine. Okay? Listen to those words. But this one is mine. This is your journey. Whether you're fucking a ballet, stand-up, jiu-jitsu, karate, whatever you're doing, it's your journey. Once you start comparing it to Lee's or Josh's or Nick, that's where your journey ends. And that's what I have to remove from the younger generation of comedy. That everybody's moving at a different pace right now. And dog, when I got to LA, the first 6 months, those were the most hurtful feelings of my life.
How come?
Because you were going to this place to see a guy that was on TV. I was raised in comedy that if you were on TV on a sitcom, you were not just funny on stage. You were a dangerous fucking man. Okay? I would go see all those guys that were on TV shows those days, and I would rip their hearts out the first 3 minutes. They couldn't even run with me. And that's what gave me confidence. I'm like, these guys aren't as funny as I fucking thought. And then there were guys that just picked up roles in movies that you were like, he's a lot better than me because he was in a movie. Then you went to see him and you're like, this guy blows. This guy blows. This is terrible fucking comedy. You know? You don't have that. Like, you can't gauge yourself with that no more. Listen, I could be the best actor in the world, go into an audition now, and if I don't have 300,000 people on Instagram and a guy less than me has 10 million, he gets the role.
But you know what else that we didn't have to deal with that they kind of do? Because there wasn't, especially when we first started, dude, there was no like carrot of, oh, if you do this, you could make a shit ton of money tomorrow. So we took a real slow drip approach to the learning because that's what it was. It was it was all about spots and only about spots because there was nothing else. Right now, it's not just spots. It's spot, content, likes, all this other shit that we didn't have
So
to
your
focus
focus
on.
is on being funny and writing.
This is what I'm saying.
That's it.
This is
Your
what I'm saying.
focus was
Agreed.
on being funny and writing.
But our only goal, dude, was to be comedians. It wasn't to be internet famous.
No, there
it
was
was
no
just
internet
to
fame.
be. It was just to be comedians.
There was none of that
It was
shit.
different. It was different.
But still, like I tell young comics all the time, listen, if I knew what I knew now, avoid social media for right now.
Yeah.
Avoid it. You're not doing nothing. If you're just going to put a reel of you doing stand-up, if you're going to put a piece of you in a comedy club behind you to show the audience, don't do it. Because everybody's doing it. Right now, you got to figure out something else if you're a comedian. Listen, tickets are not moving like they used to for a lot of people, and not just lower names, higher names. It's just not happening. They're looking at these $400 ticket prices and going, dog, what the fuck? So something's got to happen with comedy, and we all know what's going to happen with comedy pretty soon. There's just too many comedians, there's too many clubs, and there's not much going on.
But you know what I think is missing, dude, from comedy? What I think is missing also is like there became like this is what comedy is. But if you go back to the lineups that Mitzi used to put on, there's no Heath Heiches now. Do you know what I mean? There's nobody. She celebrated every different type
Genre,
of
right.
and I think that is missing right now. It's not all the same comic, but it's all the same comedy. We don't have those dudes. Heath Heisch, dude,
Where is Heath Heisch?
I don't know, man. Heath was legitimately funny, and to be funny in 15 minutes with all of that stuff was very difficult.
What was his thing?
Heath was a prop guy.
But he had a prop, dog, that he played a preacher, a black preacher.
Yeah, dude.
And he had white women behind him. And he controlled them with fucking...
Yeah.
They were like eagle arms. And he controlled them and shit, and they would pop their head.
Yeah.
He did some crazy shit. First of all, I was watching George Carlin the other night.
Which
I'm
one?
a big George Carlin fan.
You're not?
No, but I actually watched it for like 20 minutes. Let's get down to basics. Okay, right now, we're living in a time where we all sound the same. The top guys are not doing anything spectacular. They're not doing anything spectacular. I'm not doing anything spectacular. Nobody's really doing anything spectacular. We're old hat. We've been around for 20, 30 fucking years. Okay? So, I'm waiting for that material to blow out of my ass, too. I'm waiting. Every day I sit there and go, I've been doing the same shit I did for 30 years. It's just not doing it no more.
Yeah.
It's not doing it no more.
But this is why, like, when I hear people like Marin talk shit about Matt Rife, you sound like an old dude on the porch, man. Country music isn't just Hank Williams now, right? It evolved, and comedy is not just, it evolves also, right? And to sit back and poo-poo, because I think you're right. The younger crowd does like, part of the younger crowd that's watching, they're watching guys like Morgan Jay, and they're watching Matt Rife, and it's way more interactive, and it's because of social media, dude, and how they have ingested comedy. That's what they like. So to sit back on the porch and be like, this is what it has to be.
Well, here it is. Matt Rife is fucking really good at
Dude,
what he
he's
does.
so funny.
He's good at what he does.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
dude. Fuck yeah.
But my philosophy, okay? This is the philosophy I was raised on. And it took a long time to get there. Stand-up wise, took a long time to get there.
For sure.
That philosophy that I was raised on was, I'm not paying $30 to come into a place to hear Josh Wolf ask George what he does for a living.
No, I'm with you.
Okay? Don't start with that. Don't start with that. Now, let's talk about honesty here. When I met you, Josh Wolf, I had 8 minutes of material. The rest, I just went up there and left to fate. I'm the first guy to tell you that. That worked for 4 fucking years. I was that good. For 4 years, I could do it.
But, dude, also, to be fair, what was amazing about what you did was you weren't crowd working. You were writing material on stage.
Okay? But I knew it. And I was banking too much on it.
Yeah.
And I knew it would get me to a certain level. My daughter's good at softball. But she's going into a realm now that athleticism ain't going to do it. Now is when you got to work hard. You got to work a little harder, and as you get older, that circle shrinks, okay? I started comedy, and I improvised at the Broker for 2 years because I had to do 5 new minutes every Tuesday. I wasn't experienced enough to write 5 new minutes.
This was Colorado?
This was Boulder. When I first started, my first 2 years, I had a gig every Tuesday, but it was the same audience. So I had to change it up. And I did. I tried writing as much as I could, but I would do 3 minutes and then 10 minutes of improvise, you know? And it was a 50-50 shot. It's always 50-50 when you improvise.
But you've always, and maybe it's changed, but you were always the best writer on stage.
On stage.
That I don't know how you are as far as sitting at a desk or whatever, but on stage you're one of the, and to watch you do multiple sets and change
It.
is,
I'm getting bored.
yeah.
I don't want to get bored.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a fucking machine.
Yeah.
So you got to put something in there. Even if it bombs, you got to put something in there so you just don't rattle off.
But you've always done that, dude.
I don't like how I felt when I did Coke. Because when I did Coke and went on stage, I felt the disconnect. I feel the disconnect when I moved here to Jersey the first year. When I would go down to Uncle Vinny's and you come down, there was a disconnect. It was a big, that's why I stopped doing it. Because I'm like, I'm not doing blow, but I feel my comedy's on blow again. There's no connect. And this last time, I'm starting to, I feel that sometimes in my set when I don't have enough material. But to get back to what we were talking about, my first 2 years in comedy were 50-50. Then I moved here in 93. And what happens here? Everybody does that. New York City is, hey, so what do you do for a living? And it's every fucking Guido doing that shit on stage. So I started doing it here. And then when I went to Colorado in 93, a good comic told me, he goes, once you start getting up in the levels and you start getting close to LA, that's not accepted no more. So go away from that. And dog, I went away from, once I got to the Comedy Store, I knew that wasn't going to work.
I don't think I've ever done crowd work at the Comedy Store. I don't think
was
I
taboo.
I don't think I ever have.
And you could feel, listen, I remember there was a comic that we were both friends with, moved from another state, was in LA for about a week and a half, and I did Brea, and I invited him down to do Brea.
Yeah.
And as soon as he got off stage in Brea, I go, this guy's not going to last here. And within 3 or 4 days, his uncle mysteriously had a heart attack, and he had to go back and give up the apartment, and he didn't last here. He's still back where he is. Great
But
person.
I do think there is merit, like when I go on the road, if I'm doing 45 minutes or an hour, of not jumping straight into material, however you want to do it, to make sure it feels more like a conversation. I don't think there's any good for me to walk on stage and hop into material. And even if that means I bullshit about the city I'm in.
Yeah, the first 8 minutes just to warm
We're
him up.
just kind of so
And then hit 'em.
we know we're part of a conversation. Yeah. I'm with you.
But
on
that's
that.
it. Listen, you don't think about that when you're doing comedy 8 years.
No.
You don't. You're not even up to that level of thinking like that. I got to go out there and introduce myself. I know that you got 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds. They make up their mind in 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Whether they're even going to fucking like you. So in those 20 seconds, what do? I Lenny Clark it. I go up there and I just jump on them. Why fuck around? As soon as you hit gloves, instead of going back to your corner, just come out with the right. Why are we even going back to the corner? Why are we doing this shit? You got 20 seconds for them to like you. Go Google it, GPT chat it, whatever, all that shit. You got 18 seconds for them to go, I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like his eyes, I like his shoes. He's fat, he's too skinny. I don't like his fucking neck. I don't like his gold chain. You got 20 seconds. I'm not going to give you 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm going to get into you when you can't even make a decision. You're just laughing. Now you got no choice. I'm making you feel different. My finger is already in your pussy. There's no like, look at the finger, it's going in. No, no, it's in your asshole already. I'm already, and now you ever just get to a girl and start eating her pussy? There's no like, hold on, my dad might come home. None of that shit. They're in. If you ask them, can I eat your pussy? My dad might come home. My grandma's on the way from bingo. But once you dive into that monkey and pick up those legs, and you're like, and you're licking that fucking asshole, they're not going to tell you, stop, my grandmother's coming home from church. You're in. You're in. So why are we going up there playing this dumb game? You got 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds for them to even consider you. I don't want them to make that decision. I don't want them to make, I'm going to make it for them.
I will tell you something right now. First of all, I nobody has ever attacked a crowd in the first 10 or 15 seconds. When you decide to do it, you don't always do it. There's some nights, but when you decide to go in on it, it's kind of crazy. But you have like your secret sauce is that energy right there.
And the laugh. The
Yeah.
smile is on my face.
For sure.
So they're not getting tortured. They know I'm fucking around because not what you say, it's how you say it.
But that energy and how you can go in stories or just in your stand-up, it's honestly what I equate it to Kinnison's, that how when he used to do that like that voice, it's so 0 to 100.
You have to.
But you're taking for granted that that's kind of your superpower.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So use it.
Most of us don't have.
We don't have
that
superpowers not to use.
for you, for
So
sure,
put them in
dude.
a fucking box and look at them. I'll take it out only on Friday
No,
night.
dude. But this is what's amazing about your stand-up, is that it goes from 0 to 100, and you're back down to 0, but it's all fun.
And
Fuck
you're watching
you.
them. You're watching your
yeah,
audience. You want to break them a little bit, and then you, like anything else in life, you got to give them a little breath.
Do
They
you
got to get
remember-
the first aid kit. You know what I'm saying? They got to get the first aid kit. But as they're putting the Band-Aid on, before that Band-Aid gets wrapped, I'm hitting them again. Then I'm going to wrap that Band-Aid. Why why let them rest?
I have to ask you a question I've never asked you before. And it just dawns on me because I just saw it the other day. What's that special where your hair is jet black?
Socially unacceptable.
What? I've known you forever. That could not have been your decision to do jet black.
Ask them what happened. The first show, the camera wouldn't, my head was too shiny, or the hair, so they had to darken it up, dog.
I was like, there's no way before I just saw him a week ago. There's no way I've known you for
They had
that
to
you
do
were
it-
like, I gotta dye my hair
They had
before
to
this
do it
show.
at the special. It wasn't dye. They put like powder, black powder. They had to put, yeah,
What why did they do that?
because
I wasn't involved in that. That whole thing was from the start. That was the special where the couple was fighting in the front row.
yes, that was a nightmare.
What do you
That's worse than the parrot.
Bro,
No, the
first
parrot
show-
was the fucking
First show, I ate a bag of dicks. And the second show, I was like, I got to change this around. And I did your idea. I switched it to a story. I opened up with the story about Willie Vandy and the 18-inch dick. And then I got him. But the whole time, there was a girl came to see me, but her boyfriend didn't like me. So she said, I'm going to see Joey. And he goes, I'm coming with you. Out of jealousy, like the chick, she's probably just into stand-up comedy. The thing was an ugly little thing. And she brought her boyfriend, and the boyfriend kept making little remarks. And I remember sitting there at the 22-minute mark going, what would happen if I just kicked this guy in the head like a field punch? I'm like, what kind of special would this be? Would I get sued? Would the club get sued? This is all I'm thinking about. And then some kid tapped him on the shoulder, and the kid calmed down. But it was not good. It was not good. I was like, you know what? I'm going to end this right here and just field punt this guy's fucking head. Like, I was that pissed that I finally wait all my life. It's 1991. It's 2015 or 14. I waited fucking 15, 30 years to shoot a special. And I got to have a kid trying to be cute here in front of me, making noises.
Nah.
I don't want to be here. I'd rather watch Mission Impossible. And I'm like, do I just field punt this motherfucker's head away and end my career right now? Like, that was going to
I had to kick somebody out
No, not kicking out.
in Vancouver.
Kick him through the head so his head flies
No.
off his fucking shoulders. And the guy in the back goes, score, 3 points. Punt the ball.
This drunk she was the drunkest in the front row for the taping of the special, and she was sitting right next to the stage mic. Joe, when I listened to the show up until before we kicked her out, it was a lot of these noises. that type of drunk. And then she would say to her friend, you could just hear her, we should have brought more booze. Just, it's all you could hear when I was watching. And when I had to kick her out, it was, you were at the show. It was like she couldn't, well, I'm just trying to have a good time.
Yeah, they all have it.
Yeah.
I'm not drunk. No. You're not drunk. Don't worry about nothing. It's all going to be okay for you.
Do you still write as much on stage, or do you, because I know for a while you were by, what was that, like that egg joint we met at a couple times in the valley out near where you live? Yeah.
Which one?
And I would show up, and
Yeah.
you would have your
Two notebooks out.
Yeah,
I do it every
yeah.
morning in the afternoons. It's just not working like it used to.
But when you were writing, when you were doing that, you were disciplined about going
But
and
it's
sitting.
every
and-
day. You're getting on stage.
Yeah.
It's a rotate. You know, stand-up comedy is not getting on stage once a week.
No.
And that's what I'm doing, basically, once or twice a week. You got to get on stage 3-4 nights a week. And that role, it's a role. It's a role. And forget about after a month. And forget about, that's why there's no vacations. That's why there's no vacations.
You know, I just got back from vacation.
I know, but you've been doing this
Yes,
for
30 years. My first one, too.
Can't go on vacation.
Agreed.
Nowhere. Until something big happens.
Yeah.
And you take, listen, I didn't take time off till I booked the longest yard. Wow. So from 91 to 2004, I was on stage every night.
Do you still have your notebooks?
When I got in New Mexico, there was no open mics in Santa Fe. You had to go to Albuquerque, and it was like once a week, so I wasn't going to go down there. I was focused on a movie. But that's the first time. That wasn't a vacation.
Have you showed him your old notebooks?
I throw them away. I throw a lot of them away. I got to like 10 years, you got to throw them away. You get stacks of them.
I know, but
It's 4 a year.
But is the notebooks that you kept about every set,
Oh, yeah, I still got those in a box in the
do you
closet.
still have those?
Yeah, I still got everything. I stopped doing them when I left LA because I knew that there wasn't going to be no more 300 sets a year.
Listen, you know one thing I could never understood, how you walked everywhere, you did a ton of coke, but you were 380 pounds. I'm like, this dude never stops moving. All he does is snort, but how is he still 300? And you walked everywhere, dude.
Everywhere.
Because,
But then after a while, I couldn't.
yeah.
Once I got to 310 was when I started having difficulties. Like it was bad. Like if the elevator broke, I didn't leave the house. I was on the 4th floor.
No, I remember that.
Anywhere.
I remember that.
Elevator breaks, you're in no danger. And there was no Grubhub then. There was none of that shit. It was delivery, and nobody was going to deliver 4 floors. When the elevator broke, I wasn't like leave. Papa didn't leave the building. It got to the point where my wife had to tie my shoelaces. You bought me 4 suits, April of 2001. You gave me $300 to go buy 3 suits, 3 shirts, 3 pairs of socks.
That place up on,
underwear, the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
They give you everything. I got a commercial for the oil. Pay us now or pay us later. Pennzoil. And I had to wear a suit. And the people told me, we don't have a suit for you. Like, you're a jumbo. So Josh had to give me money for me to go buy 3 suits. I bought those suits in April of 2001.
Jumbo.
And this is the truth, guys. In June, I went to put those suits on. You know when you put a pair of pants on, you have to squeeze your stomach? No. It was 3 inches away. Like I couldn't even, that's how fast I was gaining weight. That was the speed of the weight I was gaining. I just found, because every morning I wake up, people send me Joe Rogan shit.
Yeah.
And I found out, like, in those days, this was my first 5 hours on the planet were 10,000 calories. It was all destruction. Everything I did from the time I woke up to 1 o'clock could kill a person because I would get up and drink coffee and smoke a pack of cigarettes. 3/4 of a pack of cigarettes with weed.
But what people don't understand about your cigarettes, you went from never smoking a cigarette in your life to 2 packs a day the
Like
first day
that.
you picked him up.
Like
he was like,
that.
I'm a smoker now. And
Like that.
and
It wasn't like
No, dude.
2 puffs.
The most aggressive cigarette smoker, like you hated him. That's how you smoke.
Hated him. Fucking hated
And just three.
It was.
You're like 2 puffs and just that was it.
It was insane
Yeah.
what my body had gone through. But we discussed it this morning. Like, I don't miss stand-up like I used to because my friends aren't there, you know?
Yep.
I've made new friends here to do stand-up once or twice a week, and it's great.
Do you miss things like,
I don't miss to hang at night. I got to get home. I'm tired.
yeah,
But I tell you what I do miss. I miss afternoons. We used to have really good days. And you know what? I hate to say it. We had no money.
no.
We had enough money. I would always steal cigarettes from that gas station. I would stick my hand behind the counter when he was pumping gas.
What was the place that no matter what, you were getting a lighter?
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
I robbed that 7-Eleven. I had 80 lighters.
Yeah.
I was pissed because they used to have football teams on the Bics. I would rob the whole top floor and put them in my jacket and go home, and I'd have everybody except Dallas and Philly. I go,
I remember I asked you once, I go, don't you have enough lighters? And you were like, I'm doing it on principle. I'm like, what principle? Well, I don't think you know. Yeah.
you know, Josh, this is what pisses me off. I told my wife, I think you're going to think about it this way, too. I'm 62 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I cooked a hot dog this weekend without my wife. But pretty much I was scared to turn the kitchen on or anything, you know. I did some laundry and I was scared to put it in the dryer, you know, all that shit. But I'm going to tell you guys something. This is how I feel today. I don't have patience with people no more
Yeah.
because of what happened with me. I have a friend, and, you know, she contacted me a year ago about something. People might think I don't talk to her because, I don't know. I don't talk to her because she's a loser. Because after what we went through and what we saw, especially a guy like me, because remember, when I was doing coke and working, the hardest I was working, I was not the healthiest guy. Mm-hmm. I had a girlfriend, I had cats, I had no bank account, or I was getting all my clothes from Big Daddy. Mm-hmm. If I got any money, it went to cocaine. I didn't even buy clothes. Underwear and socks. And then I said, fuck it. Why wear underwear? I save on underwear. The laundry space, that's an extra quarter. Because my underwear like this big. You know what I'm saying? So why fuck? I put 3 pair of pants in a suitcase.
Yeah.
It's 80 pounds. You know, I'm not going to lie to nobody.
Yeah.
You're 400 fucking pounds. But my point is, I started comedy in 91. And my cocaine addiction was what it was. And I just came to terms with it. I said, I'm going to keep doing I'm going to keep doing comedy as hard as I can. But I'm sick and tired of quitting cocaine. I'm
Yeah.
sick and tired of quitting for 3 days. Forget it. Why quit? Do what you do. Just keep it under a minimum. Just make sure you don't get into cocaine more than you do the comedy. That was my rule, okay? I can't believe that through all those addictions and all that waking up at 6 in the morning and getting up, going to bed at 5, getting up at 6 and looking at breakdowns and sending them in at 9, and you were there when I had 3 managers for a showcase and 6 agents. I would lie to all of them because I didn't give a fuck. And the fact that I stopped snorting at 44 and things didn't really change for me till I was about 48, 49. And I didn't give up, and I worked with that intensity, but people are going to come to me now with a fucking story. I can't even talk to you. Never mind look at you. I cannot talk to you. I cannot talk to people no more. When somebody says they're going to do something now and they tap out after 2 months, I'm done with them as friends. Because I can't believe that I'm 62 and I had every reason to fucking quit. Mm-hmm. GED, felon, no family, and I stuck it out.
Dude.
And motherfuckers today are like, well, yeah, you know what? I ain't got time for this.
Not to mention, just in our, forget your personal life, which had horrible things happening,
Horrible, horrible.
but just your career, you were told, I remember, man, Too dirty. Nobody's ever gonna book you. Too dirty. You
Old.
Can't talk like that.
When I got to
Oh,
LA, I was already
yeah.
34. I wasn't fucking no 28-year-old good-looking kid.
Yep,
But
yep.
also remember what you taught me. When we got to LA, we were talking one day, and you go, Joey, they don't want to listen to you until you start talking about your life. You have to draw a picture for them. And that's one thing I didn't do. I just thought it was about jokes. And even today, I'm struggling with that. I'm having a hard time writing about me, about my conflicts, because right now, listen.
Yeah, but this is a
What are my
thing.
conflicts? I get up at 6:30, I drink a cup of coffee, I sit on my balcony,
But you-
and I
whenever
look
you-
at the fucking sun.
You've always. Here's the thing. I think it's two different things. All of your material has always been very personal. That doesn't mean you have to divulge something specifically personal about yourself.
No, but here's the problem. My life is so boring now.
Oh yeah,
There's nothing.
got it. Yeah.
At least when you're on the road, you got a story.
Yeah,
Some chick was going to
yeah,
suck your dick
yeah,
halfway, and she passed out and puked.
Got it,
You
got it,
have
got it,
something.
got it.
When we did this podcast before, Monday's podcast was about the week before. On the road. We had a great time last week in Miami. Holy fuck. We had the red beans and rice. We had the banana. Nicky jumped off the building. He broke his ankle. You follow me? So
Yeah.
we moved that. So now it's like, I don't steal nothing. I don't snort coke.
You tell me you don't steal lighters from 7-Elevens
Not
when you walk in.
anymore. How can I steal now?
Yeah.
I'm 52 years old.
Yeah.
Listen, once a thief,
Everyone,
always a thief.
yeah.
I have
Okay,
dark
all right.
moments in my life.
Okay, yeah.
I still double take on a purse.
Mm.
If I see a purse that's unguarded, I'll look at it and go, Joey, what are you thinking? Get your shit together. I see purses with phones sticking out. You know, that was my day. I would
Yeah.
just be flipping phones. When I got to the store, I would go back in the morning to see who would leave their phones. And I would take them to the bank, the black bank robbers from St. Louis, and they give me like $50 a phone. I stole everything. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. So
Do you
for me
remember
to say to you,
cashing those?
I don't steal anymore, but I still get urges. When I see things, I go, look at these motherfuckers.
Do you remember cashing those checks?
Who?
Do you remember cashing those checks?
From the improv?
No. That got sent to my box.
Oh, yeah. Jacks.
Yeah.
So I got a Wells Fargo account that I just used for fucking stolen checks. I had a Bank of America and I had a Wells Fargo that I just used for stolen checks.
Why didn't you just go to a check cashing place? You go to an actual bank account.
Because they would take percentages out. Look, I had a check one time for Spider-Man. This is how much of a fucking Puerto Rican I am. And I'll tell you the truth. Dog, me and my wife were flat fucking broke. I mean, we couldn't make rent. And I'll never forget the Sunday when I said, you better look in here. I got my first residual effect from Spider-Man 2. And I looked at it and I go, because on Sundays, SAG posts what you're getting that week.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
6 o'clock. You always look at SAG to see what check. That's how broke I was.
Oh,
To
I
see
remember
what-
checking the websites too.
You too?
Oh,
please.
fuck.
And I would wait for the mailman at
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
I'd be out there. The little Filipino guy, I'd be out there fucking.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
checks
I
today.
remember
Come on,
checking.
check. He would tell me, no mail today. Bro, check in your bag. There's something in there for me. I'm telling you, I saw it. SAG. I would fucking fight. But I'll never forget that Sunday when I called my wife and I go, look at this check we're getting. Like I was like the biggest check I ever had at that point was like $300, anything. And I told my wife, look at the check we're getting. And we were like walking on fucking eggshells for 3 days. The check finally came. This is how much my wife trusts me. I called my wife at 11:30 and told her the check got there. She goes, I'm on a bus right now. I'm going home to get that check and cash it. So we went to Bank of America and they wouldn't No, we went to the check cashing place
Yeah.
on Hollywood Boulevard. They wanted like $2,100, dog. And I'm thinking, that's a lot of cocaine. That's a lot of coke. We got to figure something out.
Yeah.
So me and my wife went to Wells Fargo. I had that checking account there to cash stolen checks. And I went there with her, but they wouldn't. The check said Joey Diaz. They wouldn't cash it. Me and my wife were like, You better cash
wait.
this fucking check. It was an $18,000 check.
Does your
We haven't eaten in fucking
license say Joseph?
Jose Diaz.
Jose?
So my wife found a check stub from SAG that said, and that's the only way they. So they let us deposit, but they only gave us $1,000. We went right to Sizzler, right on La Brea?
Yeah, it was on La Brea.
Right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Those soggy shrimp.
Oh, I
We thought-
remember
thought it was
that.
DJ
Yeah,
Khalid.
yeah.
You follow that fat fuck on Instagram. He always eating and shit. And then he jumps in a little pool after he eats and shit. Yeah, that was us. I thought it was DJ Khalid.
I
eating
remember that
eating
fucking-
that sirloin and shit. Every time I got a check, I take my wife there like we were fucking Johnny Bananas. Sirloin, 2 tables, please. And then we got to go eat that shrimp that gives you diarrhea. Or my other celebratory spot was Acapulco. That was my joint, the all-you-could-eat lunch special.
Where was that?
Oh, Acapulco was the old. Come on, Josh Wolf.
In
Acapulco.
Hollywood?
2 of them. The Sycamore Tavern was.
Oh, right.
Los Feliz
right.
or whatever that fucking was. But they had the best all-you-could-eat.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Cheap. $9.
We were Boston Market.
Oh, Boston Market.
That's what we did. That corner, because the kids and I could go, and I could talk whenever I went. Like, especially when I was single, I must have looked sad enough.
Yeah, you were sad.
Yeah.
And you had those 2 kids. Your hat was on backwards.
So I must have looked sad, but they used to give us free shit.
And that's in Burbank, that one?
No, the one in Boston Market was on like La Brea and
Yeah. I know.
and Sunset or some shit. But yeah, the Ralphs, the Rock and Roll Ralphs. We used to go there 3-4 times a week, and the lady behind the hot counter, she just gave us food because she knew that I don't know how she knew.
Oh, yeah, this guy was the kid. He's like a Puerto Rican mother at welfare.
You remember that?
He brought his kids, the neighbors' kids, and everybody's crying. Everybody got
I would wipe dirt on their face and shit.
Oh, please, a little dirt. Tell them they weren't getting Christmas presents this year. They're all looking depressed and shit.
But what was no joke was that car with no air conditioning, that fucking Saturn. Oh, we took a road trip to...
Lake Havasu.
That's right.
And this motherfucker put Visine in his eyeballs. The sun was shining right on it. We have no air in the car. The sun is right on it. The sunroof was open. So it's in the thing. This motherfucker puts Visine in his eyes. All of a sudden you hear,
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah. What was funny is that you saw me doing it and didn't stop me. Yeah, he was just like, no, this is too fucking good right here.
Were you driving the car?
Yeah. The red Saturn.
That red Saturn drove it down from Seattle. I think I might have bought it up there. But yeah, because in Seattle we didn't need air conditioning.
No, you didn't need air conditioning.
There-
I always need fucking air conditioning.
Well,
I like to be cold. I don't like that shit, people. Oh, you don't need air conditioning. Fuck you. Oh, the wind blows. Yeah, good. That's
I
great.
don't know about you, and I was fat. It was scary enough driving with you just because of like the speed and the music, but it would be like freezing, and you would have the AC and the windows open, going 90 on the highway. I'd have to bring sweater. You'd be like, "Why do you have a sweater?" Because I'm driving with you. The AC would be on high.
I'll tell you something else. You can tell who you're getting in the car with by how somebody buckles their seatbelt. But you buckle your seatbelt with intention. Like you should, like you're,
Use it.
yeah,
get
you're like,
behind
hey,
this.
everybody else, get ready. This
So
is,
I
yeah.
get into 3 accidents every day. Look at my
Dude,
car. The
fucking-
right side, I got scratches. I don't get, and the funny thing is, honest to God, I don't give a fuck. Because I know my wife will buy me another one.
But the
She
best,
buys them, I smash them. That's the motto of the Diaz house. You buy them, I smash them.
what's the best car ride of all time is Brody in the back seat of his own car,
Oh my God, God rest his soul.
driving to Olympia.
No, the other place.
Was it not Olympia?
City, something island, something.
Oh, yeah.
Where the bar where he got up and said there's no Jews on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not coming back to that.
driving down the wrong way down one-way
Telling me,
street.
motherfucker, I'm not going to make it there in an hour and a half. I was making it there in an hour and a half every day. And he's like, no, it takes 3 hours. Well, let me drive your car. Dog, I did 90 on the way down there, and we put him in the back in the trunk.
Do you
He's
remember
like,
what he
"Pull
said to
over."
you when he got out of the
What did he
car?
say? People don't live this way?
He goes, we got into the parking lot,
Gig Harbor.
Gig Harbor, and he gets out of the car and he goes, this is not how I live my life.
And then I didn't see him.
It
And
was
then we
so
moved to
funny.
LA. Then we moved to LA.
Yeah.
And one night I'm at Coaching Horses with Carol
By the way,
and another blonde stripper.
Carol, one of my
Oh,
favorite. Okay.
favorite.
But can I tell you,
She's still my favorite, Doug.
she said to me one night in Seattle, in the underground, because I know at what level you must have just tortured her.
Torture.
She said to me right in the underground one night, and she looks at me and she grabbed my hand, she squeezed it, and she goes,
Talk up, goddammit.
she goes, she squeezes my hand, and we're in the underground, and she goes, he's driving me crazy. And I was just like, no, yeah, he's in. Yeah. I was like, oh, he's fucking
You
you
know,
up.
when she calls me now, we're always talking. She goes, you know, I really love you. What you put me through.
dude,
what we
you-
put each other through.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, today you mentioned the Hurricane Bar.
The which one?
The Hurricane Bar. And
Yeah,
you
yeah,
left.
yeah, yeah.
You left like September of 97, 96.
Right before Jacob was born.
I got down there January, February of 97. So you left, and I was pissed. I'm like, this motherfucker left me alone up here. And I was selling advertising for pizza companies for $15 an hour. They were paying me. It was a new company. They were going to advertise during football games and pop, so you could order delivery.
Where were you living?
I was living, I have no fucking idea, in a car or something. And
Yeah,
I was,
yeah, yeah,
and I was
yeah,
working
yeah.
at this place, and I got my first check for $600. And I was so fucking excited I could get to move to LA now. And again, I called Carol, and she's like, I'll pick you up. We're going to go cash that check. You owe me $184 from, it was always I owed her something.
The cheapest human.
So I get in the
yeah.
fucking car with her, and she gets the check, and she goes, I'm going to cash it. I'm only going to give you $100 back. I go, Carol, don't start your shit, okay? This bitch, I say something to her, she takes that check, rips it up, and throws it in my face.
Oh,
And I grab her by the fucking hair, right in the car. I'm like, Carol, are you fucking crazy? This is all the money I had. She, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I just grabbed her by the wig. I just grabbed her and pulled her hair real hard. You motherfucker! How dare you? And she's like, I'm calling the police. And she called the cops on the car wash. And I'm like, fucking bitch.
But
So
was this pre the restraint?
No, this is at the end. This is after.
This is
what
what-
about the time I was fucking on the ecstasy, and I got caught in the restraining order, and I hid under the bed, and the cops coming in, the bed was going up and down. It was just going.
the mattress,
The
because
mattress, everything, and the cops were like, "Come out from under the bed."
Yeah.
This was years of. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm 62. I said it earlier. For the last 5 years, I've just been trying to figure out what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I got here, 59 years old. I had money in the bank, and I just wanted to figure out what the fuck happened. And I wrote that book with that girl, and I still think of every day, what the fuck happened, and how did this happen? How am I 62? It was just 1995. We're jumping up and down in Seattle with the Lip, robbing safes.
The Lip, Frankie
taking
the
a
Lip.
shit. Bro, you got me that apartment upstairs, and in the morning they only had a bathroom, and if the bathroom was clogged, I'd have to take a shit off the fire escape.
No, you.
Yes, I did. And I would sit there. It was like the third floor. And I would it'd be 8 in the morning. There'd be nobody out there. And I'd take a shit, and the shit, you could see it flying down like 4 floors.
I know
had died.
exactly. Yeah.
This is fucking endless. Like, this is fucking endless. Like, this is endless. I lived in an office, and I talked some guy into fucking the bookie guy that didn't want to pay me.
Yeah.
And I kept beating him and shit. And I got this other guy. I met this other guy at his restaurant, and he gave me free phone lines, 1-800 numbers. Ask Josh.
Oh, yeah.
So the shit that was happening to me only could happen to me. And then I had a guy that wanted to put bets in. He lost every week. And every week I would just take his $300. And he would tell me, I want to meet the bookie. You don't need to meet the bookie. And you and me were going somewhere. They didn't want to pay us. And I said, you don't want to give me the money. Don't give me the money. But this guy's going to come looking for you. He's going to break your fucking head. Okay, I'll give you the money, but I'm not betting no more until I met the
He
bookie.
wanted to meet the guy.
Bookie.
Yeah.
He wanted to meet the bookie. There's no bookie. There's no man behind the curtain. It's Uncle Joey. You're a loser. You're going to lose everything you put in. I'm taking that chance on you.
I remember saying to you,
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have the money to cover if he wins. And you were like, he's not going to win.
He ain't going to win.
I was like, what do you mean?
He ain't
And you were
gonna
like,
win.
nah, he's not going to win. He's
win.
never, you were like, he's a loser. There's no way he's ever going to win. I remember that, dude.
I had the weirdest fucking, life in Seattle. Then I hooked up with that dude. I used to live with, that's who I was living with. The last 3 months I lived in LA, I lived with the cook,
You lived with, not Leonard.
Rodney, whatever his name.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember.
He's my brother.
Yeah.
This dude was solid. He had an apartment with a broken window. And in the winter, you would freeze in there. But he would invite me. You don't want, because I started staying
Lionel.
with him. Lyle. No.
His name is not Lionel?
No. I started staying with him when you lived in Bremerton because it was too late to take the bus. Oh, we got to take a bus to where you and Malia lived. So he would say, just stay with me. Bro, this guy was a one-man wrecking crew at night. He turned into like a fucking animal. He lived in a warehouse, okay? And I'll never forget, he's like, stay here. I'm freezing, no heat, no nothing. There's a broken window, it's raining, and all of a sudden, people would throw rocks at this window. Hey, can I come up and smoke crack? I'd wake up and there are 3 black guys in my living room with no lights on, with candles, smoking crack. I go, what the fuck is this? One night I went up there and he's like, you want to go to a party upstairs? I go, yeah. Went upstairs to a party and there was like 10 girls. There was a girl dancing in a cage and shit. I'm like, fuck, I thought his name was Ron. I go, you got it going on. Really good guy.
It wasn't Lionel?
No, Lionel! Not
Lionel.
what you said.
No, it's Lionel. Yeah. Lionel.
So
Lionel.
this guy comes in with a white jacket on, with a hot chick, and he's talking about, I'm the mayor of Seattle. You knew him. He was like, I'm the mayor. So they got coke out.
Was it John Eagle?
I don't know. They got coke out. But somebody had a little heroin out. And this fucking guy, there's a pole. Like poles. It's a warehouse. So there's
No,
beams.
was it downtown?
Yes.
Yeah.
Underground. Right behind where that band where Hart used to
I
play.
went to some parties there.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
great. And there was a warehouse, and you had to take a shower in the hallway. Fucking great, great building.
Yeah.
I'm up there one day, and this guy comes in at like 4 in the morning. I'm the mayor of Seattle. And I'm like, all right. And there's a pole. I'll never forget this. And there's 2 mirrors on the table, whatever. And there's coke and there's heroin. He thought it was the coke, so he took the heroin. And he did the whole line of heroin. He's like, ah! And he's making all these noises. And all of a sudden, you see the heroin hit him. And he holds on to the beam. And all of a sudden, you see him hold the beam. And he just starts spinning around the beam. And he just falls, man. He just falls. And I did some of that heroin that night. It was like a little line. Anyway, next morning, I work up at Lionel's. It's like 10 in the morning on a Sunday. And the shower was in the hallway. It was just a metal shower that you went into. And there was a wall. And as I was waiting to get into the shower, I had done so much heroin the night before, I just passed out and went right through the wall. It was like that scene in Bruce Lee when he kicks the guy through the wall, and you see an implant of the guy with his hands like that. That's what it looked like. Lionel came out. He's like, what's that noise? I was in the fucking wall, and the wall had nothing. The other side had the metal beams. I cut my shoulder. I was bleeding. He's like, you got to go to a doctor. What happened? I go, dog.
We were doing heroin last night.
Drugs for 2 fucking days.
Yeah. No, that place was crazy. I went to a couple parties there.
That place is crazy.
But the people who he was completely cool with, anybody who walked in the door.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Nah, he didn't give a fuck.
Renting or just like a crack?
No, he was renting. It was his apartment.
He lived there.
He lived there. It was a warehouse that had different rooms, and you could just pull it was like this. That's the doors. There was no key. It was like that.
Dude, and I remember one of the parties I said because there was somebody shooting up in the back.
Oh yeah.
And I asked Lionel, I go, who are they? And he goes, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. He was like, I don't know. Yeah. That was a bizarre time, man.
When I look back at that, the beginning of L.A., the end of Colorado, I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like that?
I have to admit, like, I enjoyed the type of material that I was writing back then. When I look back at it, did I tell you that first CD that I recorded, I rewrote the entire CD, and I shot it when I was in Nashville. I took all the same premises, and I was like, let's just see
What comes out now?
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
And so I did that, but like, wait a second, why was I talking about that? These mushrooms are starting to creep up on me a little bit.
You what?
What were we talking about?
It was beginning of LA, end of Seattle.
When I look back at my old material, there was a bite to it when I look at my material now that isn't there.
No.
My early material had a
we all had a bite to it. We were hungry. There was no food in the refrigerator.
It was a real bite.
There was no food in the refrigerator.
No, you were working for turkey burgers, dude.
There's no reason to stay home. Like, I still remember living in Boulder and going, I need the money, but I don't really need the TV.
Yeah.
I'm selling it. What do I need a TV for? I don't need a fucking TV. I'm trying to do stand-up comedy. I removed all that shit from my life. I was like, I don't want to watch TV no more. That's it. It's over. I'm just doing stand-up. And that's how I live. That was, bro, for somebody such a junkie, I had such a great discipline. I always looked at things as the discipline to it. And I forced myself to it. When I used to drop my daughter off on Wednesdays and my ex-wife would bust my balls, I would get in the car and cry. And the only reaction I would have was to go buy a gram of Coke, snort it, and then go shoot them. I said, no, Joe Diaz, you're going to take this pain and go do comedy. And I would roll a joint, leave it in the ashtray. I would cry. I would sit there. I'm going to stab these motherfuckers one day. I would smoke that joint and force myself to do comedy. That's a discipline. I wasn't going to let depression or none of that. This is comedy, guys. This is a business. You know, and that's what I don't think people today understand. And they're not allowed to understand it because now, as an open micer, you're not just a comic.
Dude, you're people are posting material 2 years into stand-up.
2 years, 2 months.
And they're just posting. It's too early.
It's too early.
You're not. But this is the thing, dude.
There's
they're
nothing
not
there.
You and I wanted to be great comics. That's the thing. It's just evolved. They want to be comics, kind of, but more importantly, they want to be famous on social media. And so, like, that wasn't even something that. But you were also, dude, you were more about doing the stand-up than getting a TV show. You wanted to do stand-up comedy, which was different because when we were coming up, I guess our version of the internet was the sitcom. Everybody was trying to, I fell into that.
Tom Rhodes, Margaret Cho,
Yeah.
the Spanish Kid,
But that's how you sold tickets, dude.
That's how you sold tickets. Well, listen, I always knew to specify goals. I never wanted a TV show, and I never put late night TV comedy sets on my goal list.
Dude, listen.
Because I wasn't going to go through that. I wasn't going to let you tell me what I could say.
Also.
So I never thought of Letterman. That wasn't even in my mind. Like, why think about something that you're not going to want to do? And I knew that 4 years in.
The one time you did late night TV on my show, they had to cut 3/4 of what you said. So all you saw was me introduce him and then say, and let's thank my guests, and then he popped up again.
That was, but I'm
it was amazing.
But the things I decided early on.
Yeah.
Like the things I decided early on was, I'm not even going to worry about that.
I know.
Why worry about that? It's not in my future. And I knew, I'm not an idiot. I knew that anything big in Hollywood, so many stars have to align. People think, I hit 40 home runs in minor leagues, and I'm going to be in the major leagues. So many things. What's he hit every year, Judge? 60 home runs?
350.
350, can't win a fucking World Series. What good is it? You know, but that's not my point. My point is that I didn't want a TV show. I didn't want the Joey Diaz show. That was not going to happen. That's too many things, too much to worry about, and I got a job to do to be funny. So while I'm thinking about the Joey Diaz show, I'm not being funny. I'm thinking about characters and who my mother's going to be and who my uncle. I don't want that. I made up my mind in 2000 that I wasn't going to go to Montreal. CA wasn't going to sign me. So I had to do what I did best. I wasn't good looking. I wasn't young. I had nothing going for me. I had stage presence and I had the Comedy Store. That's it. In 1999, I had two things: stage presence and the Comedy Store. Material was 1 star, delivery was 2 stars, and I know this. And that's why when my apartment got towed, what did I do? I disappeared. I was already a regular at all 3 clubs. And I said, this is not, my development is so bad. I made this call when what's her name's car got towed.
Yeah, man.
Nobody came up to me and said, Joey,
Yeah.
No, I made the call. I go, you know what? It's time for me to go on the road. And I'm talking about, and remember, I would go for 9 months. 9 months. No come home, buy clothes on the road, send home a box of Gavin's. That was my life. I didn't care about anything else. There was nothing else. The bus ride to the gig, Yoder, I had everybody in my pocket. Yoder, the fucking creative who I just talked to last week. What's his name? Called me for something. The guy that
Garcia?
owns Charlotte.
The guy who did what?
The guy that owns Charlotte.
Oh,
Great guy. Great guy.
The Comedy Zone down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I know
owned
you're
all
talking
the,
about.
I was in with them, and I just said, I'm just going to fucking, whatever they give me. There was no ego. I'm at the Comedy Store, but I'll tell you what, you got an MC spot for me? Give it to me. You got a feature spot for me? Give it to me. You want to co-headline me? Give it to me. I took anything I could because I knew it was all going to this. There was no ego. What am I going to sit there and go, I'm really a feature act? No, if they want to MC me, let them MC me.
But do
They
you
don't know
think,
I'm following
dude?
Paul Mooney at the Comedy
No.
Store every night. They don't know that.
But do you think that you almost had to, with who you are, you've never changed who you are,
No.
but in order for more people to accept you, this character of, not character, but just the term Uncle Joey
Yeah.
changed so much, dude, because, I forgot I was telling these guys earlier. I remember watching you as a young dude on the stage at the Underground, and you've always been so charming on stage, but the way you moved and how young you were, and you were angry, you made some people uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. I was really angry. I
Yeah.
had nothing to be happy about.
But this is what I'm
I
saying.
had no money, no daughter,
Totally.
no family,
Totally.
divorce, no nothing.
But then as you age, as you get older, it fits
It fits who you are.
so much better, and like it was not as threatening. Young Joe Diaz on stage, the way you, yeah. But dude, the way you paced, and you were I tell people, man, I remember late night there was a basketball court in Bellevue when you used to live in the backyard, and we'd go out when we walked Bud, and we'd shoot hoops every now and then. But I remember the first time I shot hoops with you, I was like, oh, this is an athletic motherfucker.
Yeah.
And so the way you were, what, 220 or 230?
30 up there.
The way you used to pace that
Just
stage
I
early.
just saw this today. That's crazy you said that.
Yeah, dude.
Because this is one of Carol's pictures. She just sent me this about 3 weeks ago. Because she's moving and she found boxes. She said, what the fuck is it? I saw this picture.
Was it
Me holding a dog?
Nah.
Holy shit.
You and her in the 3-piece suit on the stage at the Comedy Underground. Yo, he had his 3-piece suit on. Yeah, dude. That was like when they would give us a Wednesday or a Tuesday night at the club, that was a huge night. But he was headlining, so he went 3-piece suit. Hell yeah.
McSorley, we would go to that place afterward. And that's what I tell people. The camaraderie was different. It was $10 to get in the Underground. If 50 people went, what was that?
$500.
$500. They took a percentage out, and then we take the rest and chop it up. Instead of giving each other money, we would go to McCormick and Schmidt.
Yeah.
Late night menu, 10 to fucking 1. Cheeseburgers, French fries, Coca-Cola in a bottle, clams on the hash.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
time.
yeah,
The
yeah,
only
yeah,
reason
yeah.
I go to San Jose is to pay my respects to Original Joe's, but the first place I eat is McCormick and Schmidt's because of how they treated me in 1995. If there's a McCormick and Schmidt's, I'll go in there
But you love that
because how they
Joe's.
treated us. We had $0, and they had a $2 menu. If you had $10 at McCormick and Schmidt's, you ate like a fucking king in those days.
By the way, that food was good too.
Yeah, 4 to 7.
Legit.
4 to
Yeah,
7,
it was
and
good
then
food.
10 to 1.
Remember the hours?
Yeah. 4 to 7 and 10 to 1. And we always went in there making sure we had tip money because it was embarrassing if you couldn't fucking tip them.
I was telling these guys the story about you being my security guard at the fetish night.
Oh my God.
And those two old dudes dressed like Scarlett O'Hara, and I asked you to throw them out, and they were hitting you with their parasols on the way out, and you were laughing, and then you called them. You were like, "Those two queens kept hitting me with their umbrellas."
It was a fetish night, and I was a fucking horny motherfucker.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend who would let me fuck her daily. Like, I dated that girl, and I got to be honest with you, I fucked her every day except for periods.
You're talking about Carol.
Carol.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
then,
yeah,
she
yeah,
licked
yeah.
my balls and everything. I got my money's worth from Carol. I fucked her every single day like a fucking animal. Ass, tits, every day. Once in the afternoon and one at night. I was a fucking sexual deviant. But I'll never forget, he had those nights. And I go, let me go down there and get my dick sucked by a chick with leather on. Let me tell you something. These were the ugliest women I had seen in all my life. Ugly. I remember one night they had a girl on a pool table. She was fat as fuck. They were melting on her. She
Dude,
had
do you remember?
Oh
there
my
was
God.
this-
And her boyfriend was skinny and he was licking her toes. And I'm like,
There was
oh.
a side room.
Oh,
so
my
you paid
God.
$50 to get in, but there was a side room that you had to pay extra money in. And there was a glass table, and like some dudes paid extra to watch chicks shit
Shit on
on
the
the
glass.
table. And they would slide underneath.
Is this something that the bar owner knew you were doing? Or is it
Yeah. You remember? Well, he didn't know that room.
he didn't know that
He didn't. He just knew. Was it? His name was Aki.
Huh?
The Japanese dude.
Yeah, yeah,
was his
that
name Aki, right?
room. Aki, yeah.
And so he knew the upstairs. He didn't really know what was going on. Probably too much in the downstairs.
security of anything is one of the funniest things. Like you.
I mean, security, like.
Done. And I was security at the same bar I robbed.
Yeah, yeah.
A year later, I had to take the safe out of there by myself. Fucking, and this is what I tell people.
How much money? How many quarters was it? Like,
$600 in quarters.
here's
We did laundry for a year.
here's
for
what
free.
I forget though. I forget.
How heavy
Did I
that
have?
fucking thing was.
But did I have the combination? How did
you said
get?
you had it, and then you thought I forgot it. and
Yeah,
I-
yeah. How did you? Like you and the lip had to open it,
I
right?
opened it. You know me, dog. If there's a will, there's a way. I was there at 4 a.m. Kink, with a pencil and a fucking hammer. I'll do anything.
It was. That was.
And then we threw the safe in the lake.
You would.
Nobody could carry it and shit. So, do you understand the open mic life I had? I really had a good open mic life.
But those Mondays and Tuesdays at the Underground were legendary.
Brilliant. I can't.
I cannot thank Carl and Ron enough for doing that. There was no. It's impossible to explain how much growth happened
On those Mondays.
and honestly, when he lets you host those nights, because you were encouraged, or people knew you were going to fuck with the comic who just came off stage. You were going to roast him a little bit. That's kind of how it went. When I first started going and Oshak was hosting the Comedy Store, he would roast everybody.
Everybody. What a great kid.
Oh, Oshak?
What a great kid.
But that time of playful kind of fuck around with each other.
So I did. When I hosted, I always tortured people.
Torture.
When I left the stage, let's keep it going for the hat. Whatever. Let's keep it going for the feather.
Dude.
A joke that bombed, you go up there and repeat it. An impersonation he did. That's fucking.
Your
funny.
favorite one ever
What's that?
was that guy who was doing terrible impersonations.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
just screamed, "Do your impersonation of a comic." Oh, dude! You
guy
could
went up
see
there every week.
him crack on
He would
the
go up
stage.
there every Tuesday, every Monday, and go, "Hi, this is my impersonation of a
and he
flower."
would turn. Wouldn't he turn around?
Yeah, and he'd turn around and go,
And
"This."
then he would turn back like this.
There was another guy that went up on stage with a handcuff. He killed himself 2 years later. Whatever, the kid with the black suit that had body odor. It was insane. The open mic scene, we had the first transvestite. Like
Rita
all
O?
these people talk about trannies and stuff. We were running with the first transgender in 1995. Rita O. I got her picture in my phone.
I did I
Look
show
at
it to
her
you? Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
head. Look at the size of her head. She was a real fucking tranny.
She had.
Okay, I was there when she called. I was there when she called the fucking White House. And
She
goes,
called the what?
The White House. I want to talk to the president because the bar in what was that town that where Carol stripped? Ballard.
Oh yeah.
Ballard. We were in Ballard one night, and we were up on. I was hosting or something, or she was up there and she was doing jokes, and then she said "fuck," and the guy came up and took the mic from her and said, "No, you cannot say fuck in here. This is family." And we go, "No, give her back the mic. She'll be clean." And she went right back to fuck and suck. So he goes, "Everybody out, get out." So she had like a bag of coke and a bunch of pills. We went over to her house and we're snorting coke and shit. And she's like, "I don't understand why they don't let me say fuck." And I'm like, "I don't know, Rita. Cut another line." And she's like, "I don't get it." And I'm like, "Listen, if you got a problem, call the president." And she goes, "I guess I will." And she picked up the phone and started calling, "Can I get the White House, please?" And I'm like, "Rita." And she's like, "I want to talk to the president. They won't let me do dirty jokes." Hello? And they hung up on her. And she called back. And when she called back, I'm like, I'm going to start taking this coke and some of these pills
Someone's coming.
because they're coming. They'll come within
Someone's
a minute.
coming.
They'll come.
Someone's coming.
And sure enough, as I jumped in the car, the cops are coming down the block. I can't believe you're leaving me. Yeah, because the cops are on their way, and you got $10,000 worth of pills here.
Okay. You in the many years that we've known each other, you haven't gotten me quite as good. But when Rita O died, and I asked you how did she die, you had me believing that because her head was so big.
Yeah, she fell off a speaker. That's what really happened.
Because her head.
Her head was so big because she was a small Japanese.
Yeah,
She was a small Japanese man, and then she became a woman and put a wig on. So the head stayed big, but her body lost all the weight. So she had this head that she would fall once a month and have to go to the hospital and an ankle and all that shit.
She really fell off the speaker?
And she was dancing at that bar, the gay bar in Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
And she fell off the speaker and she banged her head. She went to a coma and she died.
Yeah.
Bro, but she came to LA one time and she started getting snippy with me. I owed her $500 and I wasn't gonna pay her, right? And I owed her $500 from headshots or something. And she's like, "I want my money." And she started yelling at me in my house because she was at Carol. And I was making tomato soup. You ever hear about that story?
You did tell me this
And I
story.
threw the tomato soup on both of them. I just said, "Shut the fuck up." There was tomato soup everywhere. The walls, the table, the fucking carpet.
You did owe her the money?
Huh?
And you did owe her the money?
Did what?
You owed her the money?
I owed her $500. And she's like, "When am I getting my money?" I said, "Soon. When I get the check." And she's like, "I want it today." I go, "You can't get it today. I'm not getting paid till they send me the fucking check." And she kept harping on me. And then Carol's like, "You should pay her." I go, "Carol, you're my girlfriend. Do I have any fucking, how do you want to pay me?" I go, "Why don't you fucking pay her?"
Yeah, she's got that.
And I'll pay you. And she's like, "No, okay, then fuck you. You got to wait for my check." And they kept haunting me, and I was making tomato soup. Here it is, tomato prison soup. Not even like good soup. It's Campbell's canned shit. And I'm like, "You want to bust my balls about fucking $500? I'm eating fucking soup." And they're like, "Well, you're not going to get bread." What? And I just threw the fucking soup at everybody.
Let me ask you. What, that tomato soup? Man, I remember that
You have
she
no-
was so cheap, by the way.
Oh, she's the cheapest
Okay.
ever.
So you used to call me at work because she was too cheap to accept it
The collect calls.
at her. So I had to do it
Yeah.
at where I worked, so she would come in and talk to you on the phone.
Look, she's a multi-millionaire. Brother. Cheap, whatever the fuck you want to call it. She's a more. I don't even think she buys tampons. She's that cheap. She just puts like a fucking piece of cotton in a snatch. I don't know. She's cheap, dog. Multi-million, bro.
But she never spent a dime, dude.
No, listen, we're gonna wrap this up, but let me close up with the Carol story. Carol and me broke up in '99. All right, and I think we played around. No, in '99, I moved in with her for a while. Like I just lived with her. She lived in a 1-bedroom, and I just told her I'm moving in. She was dating a guy. She would sleep at his house.
I remember that.
And then she'd come back and get naked in front of me.
Yeah, I remember
and she
that.
made me help her dye her pussy hair one night. Blonde. I mean, Carol is the best, dog. That's my girl, okay? So she started meeting some other guy. She met some other guy in L.A., and then that guy tied her up and was going to kill her. And SWAT came. SWAT had to come and shoot the guy, and then he went to jail for a year, and she moved to Florida. When she got to Florida, she met an Indian guy. Granted, she was probably 32, 33. She meets this Indian guy who's 70. After about a month, she marries him. And after 3 weeks, that motherfucker dies.
I remember that, dude.
And left her like $800,000. Okay. You know, you leave a cheap bitch like now. Do you think she stopped stripping and sucking dick? Oh, no. She still was stripping at her age. She did something very smart. She bought into a gym called Curves for ladies. She bought one gym, and she was such a good saleswoman. Her volume compared to the other gyms in Michigan were nothing. Like she's been selling pussy. She's 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the farm. So think about her salesmanship skills. She bought one more, and then she bought one more, and then the guy that was the leader of that said, buy all of them. And she bought all of them.
Nah.
And then she sold them. And she got like $4 million back or $5 million. And she took that money and moved to Florida and started buying Airbnbs and selling them. So she's got like 18 Airbnbs.
No, she does not.
And then she married a dude. She had 2 kids with a dude, and they were doing coke, and he ran over a cop. So he had to leave the country. He's in Greece. He can't come back. So he raises the kids long distance with her.
That is
From Greece.
so fucking
Through
bananas.
messages, through the mother.
Yeah, maybe I did. Maybe I saw him when I was over there.
Dog, when I met him, when she introduced him to me, she made him buy me an 8-ball at El Compadre. That's how much I love Carol. She's like, buy him an 8-ball.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, why? Buy him a fucking 8-ball. He bought me an 8-ball. That's Carol. That's why you gotta love Carol.
Fuck. The El Compadre was.
A crazy place.
Oh my god, dude.
She still has the best line in the world. She came home one day and she goes, you're not going to believe what happened to me at work today. I go, what? She goes, a truck driver wanted to lick my asshole for $60. I go, did you do it? She goes, no, I didn't want coffee breath in my ass. She was dead serious. She was dead serious. I just looked at her like, I would have let him lick my ass for $60.
60.
I would have gave him more than coffee breath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what is Dog, you have no idea. I remember putting a bottle of, not Martini and Rossi, the other one, the wine cool in the pussy. One day we were at a
The
fucking
Bartles and James.
Bartles and James. We were at a fucking resort, and it was a cave where people couldn't see in, but water was running. And we got into an argument. And she was laying there with a bottle. I was drinking the wine cool, and she's laying that way reading the book with her ass out. So I'm like, look at her ass. I took the corn. There was no wine cooler left, and I started rubbing her ass with the bottle tip. And then I fucking was robbing her monkey with the bottle tip. And then I just slid over the panties and started working her with the bottle like a fucking animal that I am. My dick started getting hard, and I'm working her with that bottle, and I'm pumping my hips, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill this bitch with this bottle. And she's like, and she's yelling, and I'm fingering with the bottle, and I'm getting all excited, and all of a sudden I hear, and a bunch of blood shoots in the fucking bottle because the suction from the bottle pulled her old period out. It was like brown blood, and I just dropped the bottle. And
Did
fell
you
backwards.
faint?
Fainted like a motherfucker. She's trying to wake me up. People had to come over. And what happened? Nah, he fainted. the fucking bottle had blood on it. I thought I broke a pussy with the bottle. I thought
Yeah?
it broke and it cut a pussy. But it was brown blood. It was that
But also,
nasty period blood.
do you still faint with blood?
I did for the ear surgery.
Yeah.
Like when the lady took the, but I only fainted because the fat chubby chick had sauerkraut breath and she was breathing on me and I could smell it. And I'm like, I'm getting anxiety. This chubby chick is breathing sauerkraut breath. I'm like, fuck. When's the special come out, dog?
What's today? When does this come out?
Tomorrow.
Oh, it's out today.
All right. So
It drops today.
So tomorrow you can wake up in the morning and watch Josh Wolf's new special on YouTube. Where you at this week?
San Antonio. I'm in San Antonio this week with Jacob. ComedianJoshWolf.com for all the roast stuff.
And where are you this weekend?
On Friday, I'm in Oxford, Mississippi, and Saturday, I'm in Memphis.
All right, you're definitely getting mugged this weekend. You
Yeah.
ain't coming back. There ain't no Jews in Memphis and there ain't no Jews in Mississippi.
When are you touring next?
I go to
Parks and then
23rd Parks, 6th Florida, 28th the Dojo of Comedy for another Bucket Chaos, and this Thursday I'm at the Dojo of Comedy, and I just added September 5th at Uncle Vinny's, which they have like 4 tickets left, so get them now while tickets are hot, whatever the fuck. I'm just trying to get loose for September 6th, and then
Why? What's September 6th?
that's the gig. in
Oh, that's the gig.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I got Philly the week before, and then we...
Do you know what it feels like? What the 45 minutes feels like right now?
I don't even know.
way better.
Yeah, but I don't even know what the 45 minutes is anymore. Like that was then, this is now. I'm starting with a whole new set for this.
For Florida?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Why not? Do some Spanish shit, pull up a story or two. I got to get vulnerable again, so I got to figure this shit out. So, but good luck on the special.
Thank you, dude. It's
Good luck
always
in
good to
Memphis,
see you.
cocksucker, and Mississippi. You're going to need it. Wait till you go to Memphis and you see black people with red eyeballs and shit. Because they don't play in Memphis. They're those angry brothers. You know what I'm saying? They're angry.
Do not
got
bring
those-
the yarmulke down there.
Do not bring a yarmulke down there.
No.
Because you will not make it back. I love you, motherfuckers. Have a great week. And don't forget, football season is around the corner. We got good news coming for you. Stay black. Have a great week. And we'll see you next week. Tip top. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here with his Jewish Cato for another fun-filled episode of the Church of What's Happening Now, new edition. What's happening, brother?
I'm good, dude. Good to see you.
Everything all right? You got a little sniffle today? You
Got sniffles.
got a little sicky poo again down in Philadelphia?
Oh, that's because I was out all, dude. It's the #1 food city in the country, and I was just out. It's like, it's. I dare you to name one better city than Philadelphia, food wise.
Philadelphia has great food, but it's pointed at a certain direction.
Yeah, the fat people.
If I go, no. But you got to go something like when you go to Texas, like if I take you to Houston, and 1 minute you're eating good Chinese, and next minute you're eating good barbecue, and next minute you're eating good Italian. That's what I'm saying. When you go down there, yeah, you got a red pie. I mean, I love the food in Philly.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I always eat when I'm down there. You
Right.
do see that.
of course.
And I live to go down there. I love the food at the stadiums, the basketball. I love it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I can't
No.
eat that shit
But how
every
often can
day.
you eat barbecue? I could eat
One
more
time.
Italian than I could eat barbecue.
I could eat Mexican, too. They got Mexican in Texas.
Do they really? Oh yeah, they do. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm
This is what
sorry.
I'm talking about.
I've had
here.
I've
This
had
is what I'm
nothing but
talking
day
about
cool for
here.
3 days.
Yeah, you made a mistake, okay?
What
But-
mistake did I make?
But Philly food is fucking great.
Oh, it's
No.
the best, and I love the people. It was just
It's
a great
beat.
weekend.
This is my favorite city to go. Just go down there and say whatever the fuck I want. I
Oh, yeah.
know nobody's going to say a fucking word. If you have Americans at your show, yeah, they're going to leave insulted. But the good thing about Philly is they leave, people clap. Get the fuck out. You weren't one of us anyway. So get the fuck out of here. It's that plain and simple. And that's why there'll never be whatever the word is. They're woke. There'll never be that. It's always, it's like I told you. I took my daughter there and I didn't give a fuck because I'd rather her hear it from somebody else at that age than from me. And I told her, we're going into Philly. This is live. This ain't Memorex. This ain't fucking a tape. This ain't fucking Billie Eilish saying shit. This is fucking real. This is
And what was on what? There was like a dick on the
I'm
wall
a
or
dick
something.
on the wall. And how? Not even. We didn't even go into the stadium. and there was already a dick and balls on the wall. And she goes, Dad, look. I go, yeah. welcome to Philadelphia. You know, once you see that, that's it. You know where you're at. You grab your kids and go, we're leaving. We're going to where there's culture. There ain't no culture in Philly. This is Philly. That's a good thing about Philly. This will always be Philly. And somebody will always call you out in Philly. And that's it. I mean, look at the people who've come from Philly. Look, I tell you, I'm going to get tickets. My birthday this year, they're going to do Julius Erving's birthday at the Spectrum. It's against the Atlanta Hawks. But it's Julius. I mean, he's turning 76. It's 76, so.
And what are you going to, are you going to get good seats, or like what are you going to do?
No, I'm going to sit up in the top with a bunch of fucking people that ICE made a mistake and arrested. That's what I'm going to do. A bunch of Mexicans got arrested illegally. Yeah, I'm going to try to get the best fucking seats.
Are you going to get a Julius like jersey, or what are you going to do?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get a Julius jersey like an asshole. No. I'm going to go there and watch him, and that's one of my early fucking idols. He's one of the guys I kept. That's why I told George, I hope he don't die. Either him or me die before his birthday.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? That those tickets will be a waste of time. But
we need to do a drinking game. Is how quickly you can bring up you dying every episode.
Listen, cocksucker.
Every fucking episode, you're dying sooner and sooner.
It's the obvious. So when I do die, you go, you know what? He knew he was dying. He's a good dude. And that you won't be crying out like a pussy at the funeral. I'm taking the pain from you little by little, cocksucker. You don't see what I'm doing. Not too many people are going to cry at my funeral, but you will. With a Diwali blanket, you'll be fucking crying.
I'm going to your house and taking every last bit of weed you have at that house and selling it on eBay.
There's no weed left, okay? It's
going to be like Ralphie May's wife selling everything on eBay. I'll sell all your stuff on eBay. Fuck it.
Halloween's in the air.
Yeah.
What are you dressing up as?
I don't know. A fucking Christian? I have no idea what I'm dressing up as. What are you? I haven't dressed up in fucking years.
Neither have I. It's not my agenda, but I dressed up yesterday.
What did you dress up as?
The big bad wolf.
And you had a whole wolf costume?
Yeah, but it was lame. My wife made it, so it was like a fucking gentleman wolf. I had to make some adjustments. I had to get fangs and put some blood around my mouth, and fucking, she got me like 2 little cat ears. I'm like, what the fuck? I look like fucking John Candy in Spaceballs. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I had a little cape and she got me a bow tie. I don't want a bow tie. When you were eating fucking girls, you don't have a bow tie. You just dig it in. They grab it to choke you, and you're eating that fucking wolfy wolf, whatever.
So what do you have, like panties hanging out of your mouth? What do you want? Like what kind of wolf do you want?
I put my cat panties and I put them in my collar. You know me, dog.
Why did you dress up? You went like trick-or-treating already?
No, who goes trick? I don't even, dog. That's burning too many calories. I don't trick-or-treat. I cross the street. I got a fucking Hershey. What is that? The peanut M&Ms that taste like dick?
You don't like peanut M&Ms?
Yeah, but the little ones taste different than the good ones they give you.
I didn't know that.
When you're chubby, you got to know these things. That's why when you tell me you go to CVS and buy those little bags, I get upset with you.
Oh.
Because today, do a sample. Go get a bag on sale.
Okay.
And go get a big fucking bag of fucking M&M peanuts.
Oh, yeah.
Eat 2 big M&M peanuts and then take the ones from those little miserable bags.
Oh.
Eat 2 of those and see what they taste like. They taste like a fingernail.
I don't get those little mini ones.
Yes, you do, because you go to CVS.
I go the day after Halloween.
Yeah,
that used to be my favorite day.
80% off, and the fucking thing's really stale. They chemically make it to be stale the next day.
Good, it tastes great.
It's like this thing we went to last night, this Halloween costume. Every year, people enter the window. I didn't enter. Okay, I didn't even get up and dance. I had 1,500 milligrams of me. I wasn't going anywhere. I was just laughing by myself at the shit people put on,
So why did you have a costume on if you weren't entering the contest?
Because my daughter went. It was a family thing.
Okay.
So I wasn't even going to go. I was going to stay at Jimmy's and watch the fucking football game.
Right.
But I'm like, you know what, man? This is what you do. I don't want to do it, but this is what you got to do. Every once in a while, you got to be a fag and fucking, be
That's what it takes to be a father every once in a while?
Yeah, you got to fucking eat a bullet and dress up. And
what did she dress up as?
Go with your kids. She was something from some show. I don't fucking know.
So it wasn't like a fan. I thought it was like she was going to be Little Red Riding Hood and you were going to be
my wife. Why would I eat my daughter? You know what I'm saying? What a perverted motherfucker are you.
What are you talking about, eating her daughter?
Yeah, my wife was Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, okay.
And I was the big bad wolf. But now she told me Friday we have to go to another one. So I'm going to go out this week and get myself a really fucking big bad wolf.
You gotta be the same costume. You gotta get something different.
No, I'm gonna upgrade this bitch.
You gotta be like Julius Irving.
No, stupid. I'm gonna work. The Wolfman she made me was below par.
Okay.
I'm coming out Friday with the fucking real Wolfman. Woo woo! The beard. I'm gonna get some new mushrooms. I'm trying to score a $10 bag of heroin. I want to fucking do a line of heroin and just start fucking foaming from the fucking mouth like that Mexican in Narcos. You know what I'm saying? You're like, are you gonna be Julius Irving? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a white Julius Irving. What's dumber than a white Julius Irving? And God forbid you put suntan or something, then I'm Joey Whiteface, and I'll never be able to crack a joke again because I hate black people. Because I took it back to Al Jolson. You know what I'm saying? I need this shit. Why would I want to be Julius Irving? Anybody who puts black makeup on, it's like fucking raping a girl right now. If you put black makeup on and take a picture, you're done. You won't even get a job anymore in this country. You won't even get a fucking job. They'll label you racist and this and that, and it's not even worth the aggravation. I would love to dress up like a black fucking dude, like Big Dick. I told you, my daughter wanted me to dress up like the bullet that killed Charlie Kirk. That's where she's coming from. She was begging me to just go as Charlie Kirk, Dad. Please put the scarf on with the red thing. And my wife was like, you can't, Joey. You can't. But that's what I really like. If somebody has an off Halloween, I'm showing up like Charlie. Big dick.
That would be.
Dog, you don't listen, these people in 1981, I was an abortion.
Stop.
I dressed up with fucking thermal underwear and I put a hanger around my neck. You know what I'm saying?
What did they say to you then?
You can't come into this party. And his uncle dressed up like garbage. That's the best costume.
I think abortion might be garbage.
They took a metal garbage can,
right?
Cut the bottom off.
Right.
This was fucking fuck all these shows. They put garbage cans on. They put those farmer straps on.
Okay.
And they took the cap and they took fucking a brown bag, and they crazy glued it and they rolled it up so it fit their heads.
Right.
So when they put the lid on, then they took the lid and took strings and tied them to the tails of live mice and went into a party. And once they were all there at the same time, they picked up the mice and started eating them in the fucking party, and people were puking, girls were crying. That's Halloween, motherfuckers.
That doesn't seem like what happened to Candy
fun.
And fucking
who wants to go see the
for
movie?
apples.
Bobbing for apples.
Eating raw. I'd rather eat bob for apples than raw fucking alive mice.
You are as boring and as white. This is why America's going to get taken over by Chinese people any day now. Yeah, I want to bob for apples.
I don't want to bob for apples, but I don't want to eat mice.
Bob for apples, faggots in practice. That's how when they take you to faggotry school, how to suck dick, that's what you do. You bob for apples. It's like the SEALs, Navy SEALs. They make you go in the water and hold your breath. Same thing. When Eric was like 8, he went to fag school.
At 8, they're already teaching him that?
Yeah, Catholic school. That's what it's called, where they train you to be a faggot. No. these are lies, people, please. Anyway.
Is Mercy going to go trick-or-treating this year?
I don't fucking know. She's fucking 12. Why would you trick-or-treat? I don't know. I really.
If I were you, I'd make her so you could get the candy.
What? Fuck, I don't want that candy in my house.
Come on.
Why would you want that shit candy in your house? There is a bag of that shit upstairs year-round. And every once in a while, I'm not going to lie to you, I'll go in there and get a Kit Kat.
That's it? 1,500 milligrams and you're eating one Kit Kat?
That's it. That's it. And it's not even when I'm high, to be honest with you. It's like when I have a craving for chocolate or something like that. But if you're going to eat chocolate, there's good chocolate for you to eat.
Like what?
I don't know. You go to one of those fucking Whole Foods, and they give you
You
nice
do not eat Whole Foods chocolate.
The lady around the corner had some of the house, and it was very fucking good.
Did they switch you at fucking the hospital? If I told you I was eating Whole Foods chocolate.
Listen, you know what the good thing about me is? Not only do I have a good memory, but I remember how shit tastes. And unless you're a fucking moron, and I know Jimmy will vouch for this, and George. Well, I don't know about George. Is it me? And if we go online, it'll tell you that scientifically, your buds change as you get older.
That's true.
So yeah, like if I used to eat Like when I was a kid, I used to buy date nut bread. That shit ain't even around no more.
Date nut?
Date nut bread. It was made by Sara Lee, and I'd cut it and put cream cheese on that motherfucker and eat it. I think about that now, and I want to strangle myself because I don't even like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I understand not going to Burger King every 2 meals. I understand not doing that shit. But I don't understand, like, honesty. When I open up a bag of my daughter's cereal, I told you guys immediately, that is not the cereal we ate as kids.
No.
None of it. When fucking Apple Jacks don't turn green, the milk, they don't make the milk turn green, and they're little fucking pellets, that's not what I grew up on.
They're pellets now?
They're pellets.
Oh.
Captain Crunch, that's gone. All that shit. That peanut butter crunch with the pirate, gone. The cocoa mix, they don't make your milk turn, and the thing that is chocolate is probably killing rats in another country or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, this is the truth. You taste it. Dog, I remember I remember being a little kid, and I was addicted to Hershey bars. Anything that said chocolate on it, because of my little spick mind, I couldn't read English, and I thought it meant chocolate late. So how Cubans say chocolate, Mexicans at chocolate, I thought they were saying chocolate late. So at night, I'd eat chocolate when I was a kid. My mom would go, why are you bouncing off the wall at 11:30 at night? Because I'd eat the real thick fucking chocolate, that shit that they get you from the sweet and stuff. My mom would make it to make fucking hot cocoa or something like that. Well, go get chocolate today. Go get a piece of Hershey chocolate today. It don't taste like it. And I went to that Hersheyville in Pennsylvania, all right? And the Kisses tasted a little bit better.
Okay.
But look, get a Kiss now. Get a Kiss now. It's scientific chocolate. It's not fucking the chocolate we grew up on, guys.
That shit's hard as fuck.
No shit. Unless you leave it in your pocket
Ooh.
for 12 hours. Then you go in and it's half melted. You got a little fudge on your fingers, but you don't give a fuck. You haven't eaten all day. You know what I'm saying? You need some sugar in your system.
Oh, I can't. That's what I would do when I was at when I was 300 plus. When Halloween time came around, I would get a bag every time. I would go to. I used to, be honest with you, I would do open mics for like the last year of LA just so I could go to that 7-Eleven and get candy on the way home. And I would eat chocolate. That's like that. Like people talk about like hitting like rock bottom with like drugs and shit. Candy is my rock bottom. Because that's when
Especially when you called me from Minneapolis and you said you fell asleep. You got so high.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a Twitch. You fell asleep on the chocolate and it melted all over his bed.
Yeah.
And he woke up covered in chocolate and fine. I'm like, wow.
And then I ate it. I ate it when I woke up.
And you know, listen, man, I see where you're coming from because I could see you. Like, you were heavier then.
Yeah.
And at that point, you were a little down. You didn't know where to start. You were starting to walk a little bit. But, bro, when you're walking on ice, you might as well dance. When you're 400 pounds, it's like when somebody says, listen, you got double lung cancer. You know, you got 8 months to live.
Break out the cigarettes.
Brother, break out the cigarette. What am I going to do now? Well, don't smoke. You know, the church group. Listen, fuck the church group. I'm smoking. I'm snorting. I'm doing everything. Whatever the doctor tells me I can't do. And it's the same thing. Like, you want to beat your... I remember trying to get off coke those last 2 years. And every time I go, I want to get off, I just do another fucking 8-ball and go, what the fuck am I doing? So it's kind of an addiction. But, man, the shit they're giving us today, completely fucking different. Entenmann's, come on, man, completely fucking different. Those cookies from Entenmann's, you buy them and they break. Now get them, they kind of soft, but not really.
No.
They added so much shit, and so what do? Do you make your own? I don't know. I don't have the fucking answer.
You're not supposed to eat it at all. But it's like, I honestly think they're trying to kill us because they just come out with shit all the time. Like Wendy's now has Frosties with like hot fudge in it and cookies in it. Like they come every time I go on a diet, I feel like they come out with shit that like I've been praying for as a fat guy. And they just come out with shit that no one ever needs to eat. Oh, those Reese's Oreos are delicious. You haven't tried them? I should bring them in.
No, don't even bring them in. Why would you have those pellets of death? I'll tell you what changed. Oh my God. And don't tell me nothing. None of you motherfucker tell me wrong. Because I grew up in a fucking movie theater. Raisinets. Why Raisinette? Don't eat raisins in there no more. Ain't fucking raisins.
They still make those?
I don't even know. I don't have them in movie theaters no more.
Raisin it.
Yeah, they don't have that shit no more. Popcorn, that's in. Oh my god. Oh,
What did you do?
Friday fucking night, my wife goes to Philly. Friday night, listen, I gotta tell you guys something. I read something that people who eat alone, go to the movies alone, are very resilient. I don't know what they're talking about. I love hanging out. Like I was watching that Mafia show. I was telling Nick I was watching that Joey Merlino show on Netflix.
Okay.
And Merlino's out with 14 fucking guys every time. In 1980, it was him with, I was telling Jim, him and 16 fucking guys. When I was fucking 18, 25, I had 10 guys with me everywhere. You got to tell people, don't call Lee, because we have too many people to go to that Chinese restaurant. We'll fuck them up. Lee comes, we'll never get invited again. Like, not because we didn't love you, because we already rolling deep.
Right.
And today at 62, I can't find one fucking guy in my neighborhood to go to Bourbon Street and look at some Russian fucking snatch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe if you invited them to a movie.
But, no. So I'm at home. They're in Philadelphia. I love going out by myself.
Oh, it's the best.
I bumped into like 8 things that night. I bumped into a woman who was saying stuff to me outside while she was smoking a cigarette. And I was like predicting the words for her. And every time I go, oh, and this would happen next. And she's like, how'd you know? You really know me. I just was talking to her. As I was walking out, she goes, you're from a TV show. I go, no, I'm not. I'm from fucking comedian. I'm a dirty comedian. She goes, no, I saw you the other night on some TV. No. And we just started talking. She was another old broad. Oh, my God. This woman went from talking about Marlboro to talking about sex. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, I love when some guy pounds my hair or something. I'm like, what the fuck?
Were you at the strip club or just at like a restaurant?
I was at a restaurant, an Italian family fucking restaurant. I was walking to my car. It was hysterical.
No one ever says this shit to me, Joey. I go out by myself all the time.
I'm fucking high as a kite now. I got 1,500 milligrams in me. I'm rolling deep. I'm smoking 45% gunpowder.
45?
Yeah, they have this new gunpowder weed. It's mixed with the weed.
Oh.
You take 3 hits of that, you're fucked up. I had that in me. I was fucked up. And I go home, and the girl's like 45 minutes away, like on our way home from the concert. I'm sitting there watching something. I'm like, man, I go for some popcorn, right? So I go upstairs and I see Jiffy Pop.
Like the kind you put on the
Pop, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I haven't done a Jiffy Pop in 50 fucking years. That's a long time, you know? So I read, I had to go get my glasses and read it, take the top off, and then you read the back of the top, and it tells you put it over the thing on medium and keep moving it fast, and it swirls. The thing swirls. So I'm fucking high as a kite, and all of a sudden I'm like, listen, I know I got problems, but I know I can make popcorn without a hitch, especially in these things. And I'm pop, 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 and it's starting to pop, 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 and all of a sudden, it's like the Little Rascals cake. Like it started going beep, not even the noises, but the one side just popped, and popcorn started going and hitting the wall. And I'm like, and all of a sudden the other side is hitting me now. Pop, 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 it's hot popcorn. And I'm trying to shut the thing. I'm turning it around. I'm like, and popcorn's everywhere.
You're still trying to cook it?
Huh?
You're still trying to cook it?
Yeah, because it's popping. It's $8 for a fucking thing. I'm getting something out of it. Half of it's hitting the wall. The other half is hitting the fire, and now the popcorn's on fire. Oh, my God. I'm like, what the fuck? But the paper towel is on fire off of fucking Jiffy Pop. And I'm such a fucking gavone. I am such a pig because, listen.
You're eating it?
Oh, yeah. Whatever was left, I just put it in the thing. I put butter in it like a Puerto Rican, heavy on the pepper. I mixed it all up. And, bro, everything I bit into was one of those like, I had 9 teeth when I started. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm down to 8 fucking teeth.
Meanwhile, Terry walks into this kitchen and there's 8.
No, I didn't even say nothing. I just went back downstairs and sat there on the thing. And she came in and she goes, I smell something. So something burning? I go, you're not going to want to know. And she goes, what'd you do? I go, I tried to make popcorn. She goes, the microwave? No, what microwave? I didn't see the microwave. I only saw Jiffy Pop. She's like, I already know what happened. She went upstairs. She's like, Joe Diaz, what the fuck? And I go, dog, it started popping from the side. It didn't even unswirl. It just started popping. Trust me.
What happened to the microwave? Why didn't you just do a microwave popcorn?
Because I didn't see the fucking microwave popcorn.
Oh,
I only saw what was in front of me, which was fucking Jiffy Pop. And I'd see, whatever. What's the name of it? Not Jiffy Pop.
I think you're right.
Yeah, whatever. I only saw the fucking Jiffy Pop, and I had seen it days earlier trying to get oatmeal or something like that. And I remembered there's Jiffy Pop in there. Like, I made the fucking, the correlation.
Dude, that's like on 1,500 milligrams. I'm surprised you didn't burn the house down trying to make Jiffy Pop. And then you kept cooking it as it was exploding all over your kitchen.
Listen, at my age, if the house burns down, if you know anything about me, dog, I'll probably just go outside and lay down on the lawn. And watch
Lay
it
down?
Yeah, what do you want me to do? Yell and scream and get
Turn
a
the
bucket of
popcorn
water?
off.
At this age, what do you want me to do? You want me to make a big deal? It's insured. Somebody got...
I don't think it's insured when you burn it down making
No,
popcorn.
because I'm suing Jiffy Pop because they gave me defective fucking Jiffy.
Dude, can you imagine if I told you I made Jiffy Pop? You'd go off for 45 minutes about me making
Yeah,
popcorn.
but you're a fag because you put hot fudge on it or something like that.
Ooh,
That's why. Yeah, I'm a genius.
that does
What
sound
the fuck
good.
you think
Hot
you're
fudge on
dealing
some
with?
popcorn?
What the fuck you think? Listen, every time I come up here on Monday,
Yeah.
I say to myself, I'm going to come up here a little early and I'm going to stop at Krauser's.
What's that?
The fucking my place with the chubby
Oh, the
chicks
strawberries? Oh, okay.
and get strawberries and get the boxes of chocolate. I just know that I can't stop.
No.
I'll get boxes for my neighbors. If I go by the house, then I'm home, then I get in that box. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those guys. I ain't giving you shit. Now I came by where you weren't home. But let's talk about prebiotics. We got a guest,
Let's do it.
and let's make this party happen. We'll be right back. We're going to talk to you about Bioma, the best. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joe here. The last place you want to find something scary is in the toilet. Keep everything tip-top in the bathroom with Bioma. Bioma's blend of prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics helps restore a healthy microbiome. You're going to want to give Bioma a try and get things sorted out down there. Listen, me, I pop 2 of those things. I'm tip-top magoo. You understand me? Everything is rocking, smooth, smoke comes out. Forget about it. Stop waiting for your stomach to get better on its own. Get Bioma and get it together. It's not just about smooth, regular digestion. Your gut can mess with your hormone levels, energy, weight management, and even lifespan. Take 15% off your Bioma order to get started. Just click in the link in our show notes and press in code JOEY, Joey. Bioma will get you tip-top magoo in time for the holidays before you start stuffing your face. Balance yourself out and take care of yourself. You want to be healthy through the holidays. Trust me, you don't want to end up like Uncle Joey in the hospital for 5 days. So go to Bioma. Again, that's code JOEY for 15% off your order when you click in the link in our show notes. Happy Halloween. Kick this motherfucking muley. We're back, Jack. Tonight we have my neighbor, fucking Jimmy Florentine. You might know him from Sirius, the hard rock metal show, the metal show with Fucko and Fucky. My man Don Jameson, Eddie Trunk. What's going on, Jimmy?
It's good to see you guys, man. It's
Good to
great to
see
be
you.
back up in living up here, the memories. I haven't been up here in a while. North Bergen, Cliffside Park area. Lived around here, caused some major damage in this area. Been to the police station, Cliffside Park Police Station a bunch of times. Fucking good times up here.
Young comedy, huh?
Yeah,
You were a young comic living up here,
yeah.
going back and forth into the city. Rent was manageable back then.
$800 for a 2-bedroom. It was me, my girlfriend, and Jim Norton lived together. So we split $800 3 ways. Right here in Cliffside Park. It was beautiful.
That is fucking crazy. You see what it looks like now?
I know.
Down here, it looks like a fucking bomb headed down there.
It's crazy.
But then you go 2 blocks down, and you think you're in fucking heaven. You know,
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy when you go to Edgewater and Weehawken and seeing how much that area has grown. it's unbelievable.
There was nothing down there. There was like the Pathmark and
Yeah.
then
a
the
gas
Outback
station.
Steakhouse, and that was it. There was like, and it was closed on Sundays because of the Blue Loft shit. I remember there was no parking around by my street on Riverview Place. I come home late doing spots. So I got, and they have the yellow line, so you couldn't park there. So I bought like gray spray paint, and I spray painted it so my car would fit over the yellow where it wasn't supposed to. I'm like, I couldn't find a spot at 2 a.m. around here. You drive around for an hour. So I just fill in the yellow with gray spray paint. Perfect. I got a spot.
Did you ever get caught?
No, never did. It was like 2 a.m. I just sprayed a yellow until my car fit.
Isn't it great when you say fuck it and you're like, if I get a ticket, I get a ticket, and then you don't get a ticket, you come back and there's no ticket?
And you're like, woof.
I would have
So
just said, "Hey, listen, man. I don't, I didn't know this. Looks like a spot."
Meanwhile,
there
your
was
hands
no-
are silver from the spray paint.
I know.
It's fucking crazy that for people who don't know this, when everybody was making the descent from LA, everybody was going to Texas and Tennessee and Florida. I called my man Jimmy Florentine. I go, Jimmy, I was coming back, but fucking the plan got foiled. I was going to move up to Bergen County, but something didn't want me to move to Bergen County. And I thought about where I was today for lunch. I went to my crazy brother's. He lives in Morganville. I used to go down there, and something about the area that I really liked. It was peaceful. Like, instead of staying up north, it was just fucking trees and fucking elk. And, he had a pool and fucking it was sunny. It was just great. And Rascals was down there. They had a couple clubs down there, 2 or 3 clubs. I would stay with him for 3 weeks and go to Princeton, do Rascals Ocean, and then do Rascals and whatever, the other
West
fucking
Orange.
thing, West Orange. I loved it. So I called you, and Jimmy's responsible for luring me to fucking Jersey. Everybody was going to Austin. I remember them calling me and going, "Hey, man, we need to talk to you. We got houses in Austin." And I'm like, "That's great. I already bought a house in Jersey." Like, "Don't do it. Don't sign the paper. We're all going in Austin." Like, "I'm already going to Jersey." It was like 1 a.m. when this conversation went down with Joe and who else? Duncan. It was a bunch of guys. And we were all like fucking, Joe had a 3-way going over there. And he was, because all those guys during the pandemic would fucking Zoom at night. That's how Zoom got big, right? They were Zooming at night to keep their fucking mind. So they were Zooming, and Joe was talking to me going, "Yeah, I bought the first house. Tony's next, and we found the house for you." And I'm like, "I already bought a fucking house, guys."
You had a house in 10 days once you called me. My sister-in-law's a real estate broker. She knows the area, the schools, all that shit. You got the kid. Terry talked to her within 10 days. Yeah, we got a house.
10 days.
Dude, you bought a house without seeing it. Like, you saw it on FaceTime, but you were never inside the house.
I had a friend of mine look at it, and I trusted him. I grew up with him, and he knows that type of shit. That's his fucking world. And he goes, "Go ahead. It's a nice piece of property, whatever." At that point, I just was happy to find something. Now, today, I wish I would have bought a different house, but I love my little house. I'm comfortable there. I love that neighborhood. As much shit as I talk about, it's boring and shit. Listen, man, I come out of that house at 5:45 in the mornings. Today, I was out there with a hooded sweatshirt and a fucking winter jacket with hoodies on and sweatpants, and I'm drinking coffee, and I look at those trees and shit, and there's not a noise. There's not a noise. There's times I go in the garage and get high, and I come back up and I sit there, and I go, "When is a car gonna," I play the game, "When is a car going to pass by?" It'll be 15, 20 minutes, and the car won't go by. It's like one of those Clint Eastwood movies where it's just quiet, peaceful.
And I remember like within like 2 weeks, Mercy had like 4 friends over the house.
Oh, yeah. It was
and you
over.
go, she had none in LA. Nobody wants to hang out. And there's 4 neighbors that are her same age, go to the same school, and they're hanging out.
Jimmy, it's a no-brainer because it wasn't, when you have a child, it's not about you anymore. It's about, so your career, if you're really real, unless I'm fucking Brad Pitt and I'm getting 82 million a movie, why do I live there? Why do I have to live there? 82 million a movie means I could probably fly it by myself and get planes for you guys to fly behind me like that Tom Cruise movie. Like Tom Cruise movie when he was smuggling coke with those dudes.
Right.
82 million. Yeah, 82 fucking million. So why are we here? It comes down to this. Quality of life for your child. First of all, the quality of life for me, I can't get comfortable in the neighborhood. Lee and me ran that fucking neighborhood.
Oh, and
We
then,
knew every Mexican. We knew any donut chick. We knew all the fucking burrito places, Big Tony's where they gave you the fruit with the cream on top. It was too easy of a life. I already knew the weed store was next to the cryotherapy store. Come on. Not even a mile from my fucking house. How far did you live from me, Lee?
2 blocks.
0.2. I would show up at Lee's and start beeping a horn. I'll be right down. And he'd come down. I'd give him one of those 200 milligram fucking tubes.
Give me a tube and some Cuban fried rice and
Ask him.
zoom off.
Yeah, and I'd see you
COVID
later.
was kind of fun for a little bit.
It was fucking fun. But after a while, it was just us. And it was me, Lee, and the Comedy Store. And this poor 7-year-old girl that anytime we went to a party, she was the only kid. Anytime we invited people over, she was the only kid. And then when she did make friends, Jesus Christ, there was a girl that locked her out of the house. There was another girl we went over that we went to a house and the kids started fucking crying. Because it was fucking unreal. All these kids are fucking defective. Because they all lived in an area, guys, where it's people spinning their wheels. That Studio City is a beautiful area, and I miss it. But it's an area where it's a bunch of guys, 40 to 50. They're spinning their wheels. They're going from show to show or just stroking themselves. I'm writing a script about come on.
Yeah.
That's 4 years before you see a check. You're living on a credit card and your kids are defective because you're putting them in school. You're putting them in events that benefit you. Do you know that if we take our kid there, the writer from Mad TV goes there, we can slip them a script. That's how people think. They start using their children as pawn. And I saw it. I fucking saw it, man. And I'm like, I don't want to raise her here. I got to raise her somewhere where it's nitty gritty. I'd like to bring her back up north here, but this is a 2-bit nitty gritty right now. Let me take her down there, show her where white people live, how they control themselves. And when she's like 13, you take them to Newark and you drop them off and, and pick them up in an hour. You know what I'm saying?
I just remember when you moved there within like 3 weeks because you were taking Mercy to the parks. And you go, I'm fucking suing L.A. I had to bring my gun to the park. Look at these beautiful parks here. He said, every one of them, the shittiest park is 100 times better than anything in L.A. He goes, and what the fuck was I paying for all these years?
Dogs, taxes, not taxes, litter. I realized I was living in Studio City, California, which is supposed to be, there was paper everywhere. On the floor, in front of my fucking thing. Hollywood's fucking filthy. Hollywood Boulevard is filthy. And it was, listen, guys, it wasn't that. It served its purpose. I had a child now. I had to think outside the box a little bit. And, dog, the kid she would have never played softball. I have a friend, a dear friend, been on the church 1,000 times. I talk to him every week. And we'll talk on a Saturday. And he'll go, what's that noise? And I'm like, that's the parents at the softball game. He goes, dog, I'm at my son's baseball game. The parents sit apart. And they all have things in their ears. Nobody talks. Why do you sign your kid up for baseball? Why don't you? It's a community thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have now. And yeah, my wife and daughter went to a fucking football game on Sunday, the 12U. Like we're hillbillies. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like on a Sunday, where you going? The county game. What are you, crazy? I'm eating strawberry shortcake. I go to church. I go home. I want to eat some ass. No, we're part of the community now. But that's what kids need to grow up in.
He's turning into a Jersey. Like, she talks shit to me constantly.
You have to.
Constantly.
That was always my biggest fear, moving back to the suburbs. I lived up here, North Bergen, area and stuff. Worked, right in the city here. And then when I got married and had a kid, I got to go back to the suburbs and make sure this kid has a lawn and friends and all the shit. And then I was like, man, I'm going to have to hang out with these parents. Oh, it's going to be awful. It's the greatest thing. Joe, you were over my house yesterday. Like 3 of the parents were there, all these dads. They're awesome.
And I was torturing that dude, telling cocaine stories.
Oh, yeah.
He was loving it.
Yeah.
He was loving it.
Yeah.
Talking about pussy and this.
Yeah.
You don't think, because like I understand about LA, but if I'm being honest, if I ever have a kid, I want to raise them. I grew up in the suburbs, and it is a great life. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I always wanted to live in the city. I as a kid, there's just so much available to you. Did you ever think about raising him in the city?
No.
No.
It's great until you're walking your kid in the park and a rat bites him in the ankle.
I guess, yeah, but
Okay? There's no air. It's good to show your kid that you're here till about 6 or 7, and then you'll think to yourself, too, this ain't no way to live with a kid. It's a nice dream. It's like LA. It's a nice dream for you to be part of a community, but you're just a part of people that they don't have a fucking life. They all do the same thing. It's just to be cool. It's just to be, and I'm not saying that's New York City.
right.
Yeah, listen, I grew up in the city till I was 10. Look at me. I came out okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I lived in the
Right.
city,
Right.
you know, and I went up to Harlem on the weekends and I did kinky shit. And then when I was 10, I moved to North Bergen, New Jersey, which is like being in the city in those days.
Right. I
You
can
were
see
a
that.
hop, skip, and a jump. And that's what I'm trying to say. At one point, the kid's got to go to high school. And the kid's got, you're spending $82,000 a month to live like a fucking Dumbarich. To be who?
Right. And his kid wants to hang out with somebody. He's got to take a subway down the 3rd Street to go hang out. And then you got to you're going to hang out. While they hang out, you're going to take the subway back. Then go pick her back up. That's a nightmare. You live in the suburbs. They just get dropped off. They're hanging in your basement. They're all sleeping over. It's about the kids. You can hang in the city. Most people hang in New York when they have a baby to like 3 or 4.
Right.
And then when it comes to kindergarten or 1st grade, they move outside the city.
Once they see a stabbing on the subway,
Yeah.
or somebody gets shot at the bodega, we love the bodega in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. They have coffee. That's good. You keep buying that shit. And one day you do the fucking math. And you cannot be that stupid. When you're a publisher, like John Lennon, when you're a fucking music publisher, like if you write your music and perform it and own it, that's paper. And one day you go, you know what? What are these people getting for their catalogs now?
Hundreds of millions.
250, 300 million to sell 70% of it.
All right, you get that. You pay your taxes. That's it. You look at that and you go, how long do I have on the planet Earth? What am I going to do with that money? Okay, I got kids. Over the years, I put them away. I put away money. This is just choosing how I die type money. Guess what, Lee? Guess what, motherfucker?
What?
I'm moving to Manhattan.
Oh yeah.
Do you understand me? With that 200 million, because it doesn't matter. My kid's 8. My wife's happy. I got a mistress. I got an 18-year-old chick that plays the bongos in Thailand. You know what I'm saying? I send her checks every month. It doesn't matter. But to really be, it's weird when you look at value,
Okay.
especially in today's world. And the most important word that I never read was to about 10 years ago. I don't want to sound like other people, was the word quality of life. How are you really fucking living? You have to take 2 subways for this, and then you got to get out. Listen, the ferry's nice in September. I want to see you out there in January.
Yep.
Yeah.
Waiting for that. Yeah.
Waiting for that ferry. This is a heavy life. And
Look, I don't want to drive around with, spray paint in my car looking for a spot at night anymore. I
No.
did that. I got a driveway. I forgot about it when I'm looking for a spot up here tonight. I'm like, I forgot I have a driveway. I don't have to squeeze in spots up here and shit too. That's how you'll get it at some point.
Well, see, I mean, I don't know. The thing that I like about it is I can't tell you how much I was bored in the suburbs, and there's just always something to do. You're exposed to so much as a kid, even up in like the city. What are you looking at?
here we go.
You're convinced she's pregnant. She's not pregnant.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you every week.
I
Every
didn't
time
say
every
anything
time
that
I come
she's
in here with a
You walk in here
fucked
with
up
a
eye,
half
you're
a
like, she's
fucking
pregnant.
sty. You know, 1 minute we're talking football. The next minute you just drop on us. You're getting married. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Right around the fucking Christian holiday and
Yeah,
shit.
it's weird that they get
Yeah.
mad. Yeah, and
It's the
And now
best
you're
week of
trying
the
to
year.
sell me on having a kid
Yeah.
in New York. This ain't the Lee I know.
And Lee-
You're a fucking Jew, okay?
I walked in, Lee had a glow. I'm like, what the fuck's up?
Yeah. All of a sudden now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise a kid in New York. Yeah, fuck you. That's great.
He's asking me
Wait
if
till your kid gets bit in the ankle by a rat. Don't you ever hear about
Why-
the rat
the
problem?
rats hide from you. The rats. They,
Yeah, they hide from you. Wait till you have a kid. They got that different vision.
I was wondering why you were asking if I have any old baby clothes.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Oh, I'm trying to get it for free.
Poor bastard. I'm gonna raise my kid in the city. That's great.
I've always wanted to. Yeah.
I love to too. I would love to too. But the first time you go to Jersey and you look around, it's a no-brainer. First time you go to Alpine and you go to Englewood Cliffs and you see how those fucking gangsters live, where Eddie Murphy lives and Whitney Houston live, and you're like, I want to be in the city. Yeah, I got to go up to 80th to get my car, and I got to pay rent for my car with my child, and I got a car seat, bring it down 4 flights of stairs, Mr.
Right.
Genius. And come on. It's a no fucking, that's why they moved there.
Right.
Even Mike Tyson, everybody, right there.
Like
The
Tyson.
Knicks, the Nets, the Yankees. You think they live in that hellhole? For 2 or 3 years until the accountant goes, listen, G Money. Right across that water, it's a lot cheaper. And that paper's a little better in taxes. Just not much. But you want space for your child.
Right.
You want all these fucking things. Look at the fucking schools in New York. Who you got teaching these kids? Even these fucking private schools in New York. You know, it's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare.
I'm sure it is.
And I appreciate where you're coming
Isn't
from.
it a nightmare everywhere though? There's
Yes and no, but you have to choose your fucking nightmare.
right.
That's where you come in and go, okay, I'm going to die slowly, but I'm going to choose my fucking poison here. And if my poison's going to be, listen, I have a friend that lives in Atlantic City and drives to the city 5 days a week. At
That's 2.5 hours.
At what point, one way or 2 ways?
One way.
Do the fucking math. At one point, am I driving and I just take the gun and just shoot myself right at the fucking, where it says
Absolutely.
easy toll right there. Boom! Come on, man.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I love to rock and roll. Come on. I got rock and roll in my blood. But I'm also an old, hey, how you doing? I'm also an old fucking man. And I know my timing. And I don't have that hour. Just
Right.
my back goes kaput. I could throw, yesterday I was throwing kettlebells. Just yesterday I was doing deadlifts. I did a deadlift that was so heavy I had to go home and nap for 2 hours. It jolted my system. I thought I was putting 25s.
Right.
I put 245s over at the
shit.
gym. And I was warmed
Right.
up and everything. And I went, boom, and I lift first. And I was like, oh, God. Even my knee was shaking. I went back down. I ended up doing 3 of them. I was like, that's good for today. I'd hold on to the bike for a minute.
You did 3 of them and walked right to the car?
No. I did 3. And then I went home and did some shit to get my breath back. And then I jumped on the light kettlebell. I did 15 of those. And I was like, that's good. I've been at the hospital a week. What am I, Hercules? All of a sudden? I had a milkshake or 2 with fucking with creatine in it. Who am I? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got to build it up. I have a heart attack.
Fucking craziness. I don't know what the fuck I want. Like that's the thing is like
Just get married.
I'm working on it.
He's one of these fucking Jews that'll drive you crazy. He's going to shoot himself one day.
You think?
You
Yeah.
give him a good
What are you
edible,
talking about?
he'll shoot
Right.
himself. Because his mind will go, if I give him the same edible that Mercy ate, he'll go with 100 ways like that. Because he's already thinking about all this shit. And all he's got to think about is being funny. That's it. He's getting married. She's in charge of all that. You got to fit into the tuxedo and show up. That's going to be another one. I hope she's not going for a fitting next week. Because that's not going to be bueno by the time you get to that thing.
No, that's why I've been good.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
good.
I know. I've been good.
I have.
I saw that before.
He just
I
had
mean-
3 hot dogs.
Yeah.
And the
3
one
hot
hot
dogs.
dog,
I know,
goddamn it!
yeah, it's good.
Don't rat me out. One hot dog. I did have 3 pieces of
Please,
bread
I was trying to get one.
I can't wait to
Fucking
see
lay
in that
him.
tuxedo.
with a button.
Oh, with the fucking button holding on with a Diwali on one side. There's going to be a monkey at the wedding, anything like that.
2 of them. Oh, dude, I got surprises for you at the wedding.
Oh.
I'm so excited. I have stuff at the wedding just to piss you off.
No,
we
no,
have like
no,
a
no.
whole hummus table. I'm doing a
No,
lot of shit at the wedding just to get
I
you.
bumped into somebody yesterday that I have to give them your number
Okay.
because they were at the table with us at the Halloween party. And they're almost as retarded as you are. They're getting married on Sunday the 28th.
Of December? Oh, I wouldn't do that.
When's your
First
day?
of all, Saturday is a good day, and you know that's the best week of the goddamn. I know it's close to. When have I ever asked you for
Saturday
a
the
gift?
27th.
27th?
Yeah.
Is bowl games.
Right.
What bowl? Who? When do you watch a bowl? I've known you for 15 years. You not watch one single bowl
Listen,
game.
If you're getting married on that day, I'm watching every one of those.
But
People,
Yeah,
people
we're
keep
renting a
asking.
TV.
Oh, I'm gonna have a TV
You think
there.
you got surprises for me?
I do.
You forget that my dear friend, and he'll be the fucking witness, rented a room, took a TV from the room, asked the custodian for an extension cord, and put the TV at the wedding table to watch Nebraska, Colorado. Okay? At the divorce, my wife brought it up. His animal ruined our wedding. He put a TV at the wedding table and he bet Nebraska.
well, yeah. Well, first of all,
I was an idiot. I got married September 9th, 89. That's the beginning of the football season. Go fuck yourself. But
Yeah,
I
but
didn't.
you don't like college football.
doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter. You're intruding in somebody else's time.
Yeah.
There's
It's
guys
an
out
Indian
there going,
family and a
"Fuck."
Jewish family. Not one person watches college football in my
What
family.
Jews? What, you going to have Jews and Indians? I can't wait to see what that place smells like at the end of the night.
You know exactly what it smells like. Matzo balls and curry. You know exactly what it's gonna smell like.
fucking Diwali fucking cookies. Oh my God.
It's gonna be the
And
best.
comics usually get married on Sundays because all the comics are working Friday and
Yeah. Oh,
Saturday.
yeah. I'm going to get a job that night. I got a big
Right.
fucking job.
All right, I'm doing a dojo. You want to be on the show?
No, I'm doing like 10 shows.
Right.
The business. People keep asking me if you're coming, and I'm like, I'll find out that day.
You'll find out
Yeah.
that because you want me to tell you the truth, Lee? You fucked up.
How did I fuck up?
Because my wife wanted to go away this Christmas. It's her birthday on the 29th, so she wanted to come back after her birthday for New Year's, so we had 2 or 3 days. So that's what you're fucking dealing with right now.
Okay, if you guys can't make it, that's cool.
You know, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but who the fuck gets married that weekend, Lee? You didn't
Apparently, two people in your life.
You didn't consult with us. You didn't fucking come to the board.
I gotta ask you what day to
You
get
didn't-
married.
Yeah, consult with us. April is when people get fucking married.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning of baseball season, because nobody cares about the Yankees or baseball yet. The only thing that's playing is basketball. They're in the playoffs.
I don't look at the sports schedule when I'm looking to get married.
Everybody should. Trust me.
That's a weird week in between Christmas and New
It's
Year's.
the best
too.
week of the year.
Yeah, but
No,
a lot of
it's
people
not.
are out of town.
No,
and
it's
that's
not.
the best.
They're
So,
traveling.
so
No,
they
it's
send
not.
gifts and they don't
listen,
come.
times are rough. Some of these kids not getting a gift because they got to go to your fucking wedding on the 27th.
Whose kid is not getting a gift because they have to go to the
That's
wedding?
what I'm
Everyone
saying
lives
to you.
around
This is
here.
what I'm saying to you. You pick the time of the year that's rough. New Year's is 2 days later. You understand me? At least get married on New Year's. If you're going to keep me out,
You and I both know I'd get yelled at 8,000 more times for that.
get married at 6 and get everybody out of there by 9 and go Diwali at your own fucking house.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Go jump
Why
up
don't you
and
get
down,
married
light
on the-
candles and play
Yeah.
the organ.
Why don't
that's
you
what,
get married on the Chinese New Year?
Yeah.
when's that?
I don't know.
Me either. Oh my god! And there was no day that would work for you. The only day that would work would be like February 44th.
No, no. You're my brother. I love you to fucking death.
I love you too.
But again, Lee, again, when you have family, you sit everybody down and you go, this is what's going on in my world right now. What do I do? And you cannot get married. It's just a bad time. It's 2 days after Christmas.
And you're also obsessed with this open bar, which we're gonna have, but you don't even drink. You have all these opinions about things that
Because-
doesn't matter to you.
Because I want the people to understand you're taking people out of a night for you.
What do you do on
This is
December
about-
27th?
It doesn't matter.
You don't do shit December
You're home
27th.
scratching my balls. I don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of foreigners jumping up and down. You know what I'm saying? Smelling like eggs. You know what I'm saying? If I could be blunt with you, I know the things I want to do, and that ain't on my list. We all have a bucket list. I'm 62 years old, Lee. I've seen it all. Unless she's gonna have some Indian chicks taking fucking flames out of their pussy
That's
with
the
the little
plan.
dots on their head, I'm in. But you know, I
I'm
love you to
sweating.
death. But who the fuck does the 27th? I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something that I just found the other day, and this is why I just don't understand people. I'm a fucking criminal, man, but I'm a different fucking type of criminal. I don't know. Somebody called me soft a couple of weeks ago. They were like, you know what, man, you're a little on the soft side. And I was like, you know what I went through in my life for you to call me soft, you stupid motherfucker?
How many people are going to be at the wedding?
Like 80 to 100, not much. What do you mean? Oh, there's like nothing. I'm getting yelled at every day by my entire family. I have to invite cousins who I've never met to the wedding.
Oh, that's
How many are you going to be your family?
Like half and half.
Okay.
somebody sent me they found an invitation to my wedding.
Oh,
Yeah. And I sat there and I looked at it the other day and I'm like, you know, at the time I sacrificed, because you get married to get gifts. I sacrificed all the gifts. And if anybody could have used the gift at that time, it was me. I was living in a single apartment with 10 fucking cats.
oh, the second wedding. Okay.
Okay.
I thought you meant the Colorado wedding.
And I remember calling her up and going, listen, we're going to get married. We're going to do this. But she was very smart. She goes, I got to get this motherfucker while he's hot. Because she knows that I changed my mind like the fucking wind. So she came home. We started talking about it. I called her dad. And we both settled on one thing. We both went for what we both didn't like about weddings. And that was women want to get married and they don't think about anybody but themselves. Okay? Not the dress code. I'm not talking about no stupid dress code, because I go to a wedding dressed how the fuck I want to. If I got to sit here for 3 hours, I'm going with sweats and sneakers. I don't really give a fuck about you, what your dress code
Who has
is.
a dress? I'm not. We don't
I'd
have a
rather
dress
not
code.
be there. It's not the dress code. It's just
Who's the best man?
No one. We don't have. It's gonna be a 20-minute ceremony, no religion, and it's gonna be a party after. That's it.
you know, and me and my wife talked about it. We go, how are we going to do this? Do we want to go to Tennessee? Do I want to come back to Jersey? I'm a felon. I want to come back here and have a wedding. It's got all them beans and kiss me and shit. So we both looked at each other. We go, what works? I'm a comic, man. I know that no comic is going to be there on a fucking Saturday. I know this. My life is comics. I don't talk to nobody. So I got married on a Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And I told people, don't bring a gift, because I didn't want to impose on anybody. When I invite you to a wedding, it's 3 hours out of your night, and I'm imposing on you. And I'm not saying you. This is how I feel about all these fucking things.
It's been years. At least I'm not having a vegan wedding like
Listen,
Felipe.
I'm not talking about you, brother.
I get it.
I'm talking about anybody in general, because it went from us going to Woodbridge. Remember when you 80s, 90s, you went to Woodbridge?
Yeah.
How many times you go to Woodbridge? What's the name? El Sol? What's the name of that fucking joint that has 20 weddings at once in fucking Wood? What? The Siesta. Yeah, that's where you went. Everybody went there. And I can live with that on a Saturday, Friday night. They had a bachelor party. You snorted coke. You rolled in there fucked up. Everybody knew the rules. At every wedding you went in those days, parents were crying. All the women were crying. Oh, I can't believe he did it again. He promised not at the wedding. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You bought this fucking thing. You bought this line that this guy was not going to fucking. I remember they had a wedding in North Bergen and they robbed the purse. They robbed the purse by Veneries across the street.
Who's they?
There used to be a little wedding hall. Not me. I was in that night. They robbed the purse. I mean, it's just, and I always said to myself, but then I got the weirdest fucking thing. I got an invite, Jimmy Florentine, from a girl that was hot and wanted to get hotter, so she got fake tits. I've told the story. And she got fake tits in September. She debuted them. They were beautiful. She was younger than me. I couldn't even score with. I was a bum living on the Ralphie Mays floor. She lived upstairs. By this time, I had met Terry. I moved in with Terry, and one night she gives me an invite in the mail. Somebody called me. They go, Lori wants your address. And I looked at this, and as much as I love Lori, I had to say something to her. Her wedding was December, New Year's Day, but she wanted you to fly to Mexico on December 26th. I was fucking so insulted. Like, I'm like, and you had to stay till the 4th.
I didn't tell you that yet.
So 9 days or something.
For you to, that's not fair to me.
No.
The 26th, I don't know about you, but on the 26th, 90% of people in this country are going to have bunny rabbit ears. Think about it. We're going to have not me, but there's a lot of Americans that are going to have bunny rabbit ears.
Right.
A lot of Americans right now are working hand to mouth. I'm not saying you, Lee,
I get it.
but I'm talking about this shit that you have to think about this. You know, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I really want to go to your wedding. You're my brother. I really want to go to your wedding. But like I said, my wife wanted to get the fuck out of here this year and not go to Tennessee. I don't want to put up with that shit again with the organs. Somewhere, no Hawaii. Somewhere close. You don't want to get lost during the holidays either. I don't want to be that asshole at the plane. We're here for 3 days. There's a snowstorm.
If you can't make it,
You
it's
got to
cool.
be back here by the 26th or the 27th.
I was gonna say, there's no way you're gonna be at the airports around you every year. We never left LA during Christmas specifically because you're like, I'm not going to the goddamn airport
But I
during
got a
Christmas,
fucking
getting caught.
child.
Okay.
And she wants to get the fuck
Where
out
else
of
do you
here.
want to be in around Christmas time than New
Miami
York?
Beach
With Jews?
with Cubans.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, just so you motherfuckers know, because if you don't know, now you know. Ready? JSX now
Right.
flies out of New York City. And they fly direct to Miami. Boom, for $380 fucking dollars or something like that. So if you're stuck, you don't have to go to Newark no more. It's a little airport in New York City. Look it up on your website. They just started fucking doing it.
Nice.
No, you don't have to go to the city, motherfucker.
Wow.
NYC. They're flying direct. Only like 2 or 3 fucking places. But that's where they're starting. They got a lease there for till next June or something like that. I'm praying that they go to Tennessee, so I go to Tennessee with them. You know what I'm saying? JSX, that's how white people travel. All right? And it don't cost you an arm and a fucking leg. You pull up with your car, they sense you, you go on the fucking thing. It's only 34 people on the plane. And the planes are halfway. They're halfway fucking full. 3 times I've flown them. Everybody flies from Vegas to fucking California, Burbank. That shit Southwest, that's ice people. You know?
It's in New York. Maybe that was the place where Epstein's plane was going out, going down to Palm Beach. Because I was going out of New York. I don't even think that was going out of Teterboro.
I don't know what the fuck is doing. I don't know about that world.
I know.
Nor do I want to know. That doesn't involve me.
Dude, to be honest, I was surprised that you were even considering coming.
Joey always goes away between Christmas and New Year's.
No,
He
Never
always-
once. Never once has he gone
No,
away.
it's in Jersey, right? You have, right? Didn't you go to Tennessee a
I
couple
went to
times?
Tennessee one time, but I came home the next day.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. That's like I'm doing it right in the city. It's going to be super easy. There's tons of parking
Don't
nearby.
tell what people.
I'm not.
You're gonna get mugged before.
A
That's
lot-
the
What I need is
busiest
for you to
week.
get mugged with a tuxedo.
all in one.
Finally, you get beat up with a tuxedo.
all in one
Now,
place.
listen, if you call me and say you got beat up with a tuxedo
Oh,
on
that'd
the
be
night of
It's
your
going to
wedding,
be you.
I would be so fucking happy.
Oh, thank you so much. I
my
appreciate
God,
that.
I would be fucking. I'd be blowing.
This wedding is
candles.
going to be so easy. It's all in one place.
It's gonna be
It's
easy.
nothing but good food.
Look at
There are a couple things to piss you off, which is going to just like, even if you're not there, just
Well, there's a
know.
lot of foreigners, so I understand.
The week between Christmas.
Oh, shoes are mandatory.
No.
Yeah.
We have sandals for you at the door.
No covered shoes. Covered shoes. No open feet. Lee. You're killing me.
The week between Christmas and New Year's is like the busiest week in New York City. You try to go in New York on those days, if you're driving, hour wait at each tunnel. Everybody's coming to New York. It's all tourists between that week. The city is packed.
I'll take an Uber over to his wedding. I'll take an Uber to the. I'll drive up to Edgewater, Weehawken, take the ferry over.
Yeah.
I'll be out there with those penguins out there freezing, and that's what I'll do. I'll
Yeah.
shoot right over. I'll go over, take like a gentleman. I'll
Oh,
sit on the fucking thing, and once I land in New York City, I take an Uber straight to your little fucking entourage party over there.
I can't. I'm gonna talk to the in-laws and have them do all of the Indian stuff. We're gonna put like henna on your arms.
Listen to me. That's when I walk out and I tip the waiter and I go, good night. And you know me, dog. I ain't much into saying goodbyes.
Oh,
You'll be sitting in the middle of Diwali national anthem, and I'll be in
Diwali's
my,
over. Diwali's right
whatever the
now.
fuck.
Right.
I don't know. And I'll
First
be
of
on,
all, Saul Mubarak told my Indian people.
Listen, Samarka. I'll be in an Uber on the way back to the ferry. I showed up. I did my job.
Listen,
There you go.
leave the envelope, and that's all that
That's
matters.
it. What envelope? It's December 27th.
Yeah.
I'm showing up tapped. I got bunny rabbit ears. You know what I'm saying?
No, we got
No
security
envelope.
at the door making sure you got a good
You're going to
envelope.
have fucking curry and shit, goat. There might even be live animals there, like
Oh,
coming
of
to
course.
America. Get the fuck out of here.
We're gonna kill an animal right at roast it right on the street. It's gonna be great.
It was just, I don't know. It was just. Listen, man, I lived in the suburbs in LA, and those weren't suburbs. They were just make believe houses with people with fucking dreams with the wrong intentions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why they're lost. They got dreams, but they got the wrong fucking intentions. They're trying to do it to hang out with Billy Idol and jump up and down with people at premieres and shit like that. I just wanted to not be a felon, make money, and get the fuck out of there, you know? And I like it here. I really do. It took me a little time to adjust. I went through some anxiety. I went through some mental issues. You know what I'm saying? But I started eating edibles again, and everything started working out in my life.
When did you stop eating edibles?
I took a little breather there.
You
for a
did
while.
not for like what, an hour? You always say, "Oh, we're taking a break," and then I call you 6 minutes later and you have edibles.
I'm bored. That's what you do when you're bored, Lee. You fucking get, like Saturday night, I talked to somebody, and if I had heroin, I would have done it Saturday night. Just a little taste,
Right.
just to get me out of the house and go somewhere for a drive and maybe cut somebody off on the 9 or something like that.
What do your friends think of Joey? Like when he comes over for football
love
and then
him.
he leaves?
Well, first of all, my one friend, Joey gave him an edible last Super Bowl. He didn't even make kickoff. He had to call his wife to get him to drive him home.
Really?
He's been there every year, 12 years in a row. Kickoff was 6:37. By 6:10, he was out cold. His wife had to pick him up. He didn't even make kickoff.
Oh, what did the wife think? Was the wife pissed off?
No, she knows. And then
I feel
my older brother, his wife had to tell him, he's like 65. He's like, listen, you can't be doing that Joey Diaz stuff. You're staggering around. You're almost falling down the stairs. What are you doing? You're not 20 years old
Oh
anymore.
my God.
Yeah, Joe.
I fucked up the other guy, Costco.
Yeah.
I fucked him up one day.
Opening day you did.
Yeah, he just laid down.
He laid down on the floor. He didn't move for like it was through the 1 o'clock game, the 4 o'clock game, and the night game started. He got up in the first quarter. He was down for like 7 hours. And
The first season, Jimmy cut a deal with me. He goes, just bring goodies for the guys. Don't worry about anything else. So I would bring gadgets, and they would lose their fucking minds. And there was one guy I kept putting those ABX tablets in his fucking soda and his
Yeah.
beer.
No, you
But
wouldn't.
they
Oh,
would-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like 10 of them, they would.
because he came over the first week, he goes, that guy's a fucking problem. He needs to calm down. I'm going to dose him next week. We need some peace in this basement. And he fucking was dosing him.
Oh,
Listen, man, I hadn't been. You got to remember something. What Jimmy does on Sundays is a forgotten fucking thing. Because in L.A., people did it. But think about it. When I first got to L.A., it was that manager that did it, that had the house on Sundays.
Yeah. They
Everybody
played
went-
wiffle ball or something.
Yeah, like everything was fake. But they were all trying to run jokes by the guy and shit like that. I never showed up. And then there was somebody else who did it. But he was a celebrity. So you had to go over there. And
And
again,
Kimmel
it
used
was
to do
all
it
people-
too. Jimmy Kimmel used to do it too.
Yeah, I never hung out with that fucking freak. You know, I don't hang out with those creepy people and shit.
Right.
But yeah, there was somebody else who did it. But then I went to your house that first Sunday and I was blown the fuck away because nobody gave a fuck. Racial slurs, you think she sucks dick, like every announcer, she's dead. And they got 3 TVs going like Puerto Ricans, one over the bar, the big one, and now they got a little one down below.
Yeah.
So you could catch that third game. I mean, you can't write this shit. Sandwiches, pizzas, cookies, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Every week is a new disaster. Every week I go home shitting blood. White Castles, fucking John brings McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
50 of them. You're going to eat one. McDonald's has a special thing in them that once you buy them, it's not pulling in. They don't get you to pull in. It's once somebody buys them and says, I brought McDonald's for everybody. You're like, I'm not going to eat those. And after about an hour, you're like, fuck, I'll take a Big Mac. And you feel bad about yourself, but it ain't that bad. And at least you didn't drive into the driveway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody caught you on the. Like, they have a bunch of surveillance pictures
Oh yeah.
of Lee in the old days with a mustache with Chinese eyes and shit. Me want the cheeseburger.
Yeah, it's like he brings over like 50 of them. The first week,
That's awesome.
I warned Joe. I said, Joey, there's a couple guys that are out of control. He goes, I grew up with guys. Don't worry, it'll be fine, man. They can say whatever they want. And I remember you left, and I walked you to the car, and I go, you have a good time? He turns around, he goes, I haven't seen motherfuckers like that in 50 years. All those guys are dead.
Raw.
Raw,
It
right.
was raw
Guys you grew
down
up,
there.
yeah.
It was raw. Then the second week, a guy came out of the bathroom naked.
What?
He chased Joey, got him so fucked up he got naked and was chasing Joey around the basement naked. Yeah,
That, I
both
haven't
of
heard
them
that
running.
story
Oh
before.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a picture of his ass on my phone to this day. I love him. He's Jewish. He's fucking a trip. You met him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there was that guy?
Yeah, it was that guy. Yeah,
Crazy
Oh, my God.
motherfucker.
and then I remember you said you called Rogan like a few weeks after you're here. He goes, I was just in Jimmy Florentine's basement. A 56-year-old man just chased me around the basement naked. This is where I need to be, Joe. I'm around my people.
It was such a fucking, you go to these comedy football. Like, I never went to comedy anything because everybody's trying to how funny everybody.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear jokes. I want to come see the fucking football game. I want to hear jokes. I'll go for your jokes. You just want to be natural. And that's why at your house, I'm very natural. In fact, I don't say dick. I go off for a little while. I fart because I'm the king of the farts. I'll fart
Yeah.
by people and shit. I'll blow their fucking wigs off.
That's great.
You have a couple of those McDonald's cheeseburgers and then just fart?
No. Those McDonald's cheeseburgers sit through your fucking stomach. You blow those out of your ass way later when you least expect it. When you when I did those deadlifts,
Yeah.
the first one, when I put it down, dog, I had to walk over and all of a sudden I smelled something. I'm like, oh my God. Whatever was in my stomach for 2 weeks is starting to come out right now.
Oh.
And
2
then I
weeks?
started doing fucking on the pull. You know how they have the bar
Yeah.
that you push up, the symmetric bar? I started doing sets of 10. And I saw a guy walk behind me. And he started looking around, one of those Sunday guys with the thick mustache and the glasses.
Right.
I could smell it. It was pure shit. It was pure shit. I had about 6 minutes left in the workout. I did those kettlebell swings, a couple yoga fucking stretches, and I got in that car and I zoomed home because it came out in one chunk. You understand me? I didn't have to wipe it. It just came out like a fucking dragon. And with that, DraftKings wants to talk to you about the NBA season. Let's take a bump here. We'll be right back. All right, Uncle Joey here. Listen, I'm excited. The NBA season tips off, and so does DraftKings' newest fantasy game. It's called DraftKings Pick Six. Is the easiest way to play for big wins, with every possession giving you a shot at real money, a.k.a. Do-Re-Mi. This is how you play. Just pick more or less on 2 or more stats. You with me? More or less on 2 or more stats, and unlock the upside every game brings. Pick Six is now available in Texas, California, Missouri, and beyond. New DraftKings customers, I'm talking to you right now. You can't miss out on this. New DraftKings customers get 50 in bonus picks with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Who's better than you? Nobody. Don't have to watch basketball. Just cash in. Download the Pick Six app now and press in code Joey. That's Joey. Pay $5 and get 50 in Pick Six bonus picks. Make the call. Ride the upside. In partnership with DraftKings Pick Six, where the crown is yours, Jack. Happy Halloween.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
We're back, Jack. You know, Jimmy, you know what the best thing about I'm happy to be back in Jersey. Like, I'm really happy to be back in Jersey. Like, now I'm enjoying Jersey. Like, when I first lived in Jersey, I didn't leave this area. You know, I didn't leave this fucking area. This is it, Jack. This was as good as it got. This was utopia. But now, I get to see other parts of Jersey, and I go to these different places. Like, we went to a softball game in Newark, and George was telling me the Belmont Tavern was over there. You know, that's like an historic fucking restaurant. You know, they got great little places like that. Listen, everything I was going to do in New York City, I did already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I went to the best concerts. I went to the best fucking Knicks games. I went to see the Rangers and the Islanders on like a Thursday night at fucking, you know, what bands didn't I go see? What bands didn't I see that was small in a little place? I saw fucking Prince at a little fucking place. One of those Ritzes with fucking Sheila E. For $20. That'll never happen again. Like shit like that. So in my world, like, what use do I have in the city? I go over there. I went over there last summer. This summer, I went over there and got a hotel room with my wife, mid Manhattan, and it was great. I liked the park, but that's not the city I remember. I like it, but it's fucking quiet. It's quiet, guys. It's fucking quiet on a Friday night, unless you go to the Village or, you know, by the comedy clubs or something like that. But
Yeah, she had older, you outgrow it,
you
too.
outgrow it after. What am I gonna do over there? Go to a club at 62 and make
Yeah.
believe I'm cool? You know, I'm over here with
Right.
Lee at VIP.
I'm always at the VIP. You know where I went this summer? I'm
Yeah.
not. I've never been a big concert guy, but I went to see a concert at Jones Beach
Yeah.
on Long Island. That shit was cool.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Right on the beach.
Oh, yeah, it's a good
And they had
spot.
like comfortable chairs. It was a great experience.
Who'd you
If it
see?
rains, it floods.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
That was her thing. But I don't know anything about the band, but the place, it was like literally right on the ocean. It was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I know you don't like I don't like him either, but
No,
that-
it's fine. You
Lee,
know.
sometimes don't talk about those things. You know what I'm saying? Just
listen, you went to go see Billie Eilish.
don't talk about those things. I didn't go see Billie Eilish.
Yes, you did.
How? When?
Sometime in LA, you didn't go?
No. Why would I go to fucking? This is what I'm saying. Retard.
No, if your daughter wants to go see a Billie Eilish or a Taylor Swift, as a dad, you take them. But,
Right.
you know, to go to Google Dolls without any kids involved, I'm just saying.
They're
it's
like 80 years old. They're your guys' age.
Have
I
to
don't know.
sit there and hold her and make believe like you're
know.
that fucking couple from that got busted. You know what I'm saying?
That was us, yeah. But it was cool. I've never done anything like
New
that.
York has a
Yeah.
ton of cool things. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that for my demographic and for what I'm into right now, there's no use for it anymore. I like that it's there. You love that it's there. It's right fucking there. It's right there. If I want to get to it, there's 1,000 ways to get into the city. Helicopter, jet, fucking, I can even find 2 Japs that'll take you over there with those rickshaws. You know what I'm saying? In the fucking high handicap lane. This is New York City, dog. They'll get you in there.
You've been obsessed with rickshaws for the entire. You have to get a rickshaw this year.
I got to get a driver, and that's rough right now because people got sensitive feet. You can't just do a rickshaw with sneakers on
Why?
because that's not tradition. People want to see you run on the fucking on Route 3 with fucking outrun that fucking right off that ramp. That little Japanese guy with a bowl of rice, me whipping him. Go, Gino.
Holy shit!
Anyway, thanks for fucking making this. Now this podcast definitely gonna be 25 and over.
What did I say? I said I went to Jones Beach to see a concert. You're the one talking about Japanese guys with no shoes for
I
no
went to
reason.
Jones Beach to see, you know. give
Maybe
me
you
a
can get the
fucking
Google
break.
Dolls to play your wedding.
I would try to. They're fucking. They're
Oh,
expensive.
What is the
You know?
song you're playing at the wedding? Hit me. Come on.
Yeah, what's its name?
What's
Is that
the
their
song? at the
song?
wedding? Come on.
I don't know shit
Yes,
about
you
Goo Goo
do.
Dolls.
Come on. Cough it up.
I have no idea what
They
fucking
just
song we're
listen.
playing.
What's
I know
gonna?
this, they just put a gun to your head. All right, this is the song we're listening to. some fucking people gonna come on. Aye.
Oh yeah, we're having an Indian band.
What's the wedding
you?
song going to be? Your wedding song?
I have no idea.
Come on, you know.
I don't.
So you don't have any say in
Come on,
it.
go
then.
for
I
Stranglehold.
don't care. I don't give a shit about music.
Go for Stranglehold.
Stranglehold?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
by
that's
Ted Nugent.
that doesn't seem like a
She'll
wedding
Don't
song.
worry about it. Just fucking argue it from the
Yeah.
gate. I'm not getting married unless Ted shows up. You know what I'm saying?
I think the Indians will love Ted Nugent. I think the Indians, whatever the Indians and the Jews would love a Ted Nugent.
Lee, the more Indians you say, the less chances I'm going to show up. Okay.
Oh,
And somebody better had a picket store out of all these Indians, something. Because I'm going to
they're
hit the
fun.
number that night. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit 604.
I'm putting
You
you.
better let those Indians know.
Dude, we're not even having. We're not having assigned seats except for you. I'm putting you in the middle of all the Indian side.
No, you're not. Because right there is why I disappear. I'm gonna take like a hat, just so you know. I'm like Hannibal Lecter that night. I'm just gonna leave a little hat, maybe even spark a joint and leave it there, have burnt, so you see the smoking. Like, what happened to him? Smoke.
Jesus. We're having almost no dancing at the wedding. They're going to lift us up in the chairs for the Jews, have like one dance, and that's it.
That's
it's gonna
not
be,
happening.
What do you mean? What's not? You have to
Listen,
lift me
that's
up.
not happening.
You have to lift me up. It's
I'm
you.
Listen, that's not happening. I got a bad back. You know what I'm saying? My
Look
tail
what
is
happened when he
dead.
did the squats the other day.
Yeah, I don't need
Yeah.
that in my life. Fucking hysterical.
We'd
Jimmy,
have
what's
to do
wrong
the
with
chair.
him? What's wrong with these fucking people?
I
I need this.
You got to
in my
do the
life.
chair. I
You
know.
have to. That's the only reason I'm getting married. The
That chair-
Hava,
that chair is
Nagila
bad.
Hava.
That chair is breaking, dog.
Oh yeah,
We're
getting a
breaking it on
reinforced
purpose.
chair.
And I'm in on the break. I'm suing too. I'm suing something. They're gonna be lawyers, Indians. Everybody's there. Everybody's
Oh,
gonna be there. Dog, if you get hurt that wedding, that's gonna be tremendous. They got lawyers and half those fucking Indians are doctors. Gonna be great. Rubbing your feet and shit.
And pharmacists.
huh?
and pharmacists.
Yeah, a lot of
I got you
pharmacists.
covered from A to Z.
All right. One of them better been some Vicodins.
You going to break the glass too? Step in the glass and break
Fuck
it?
yeah, I'm gonna slip on it.
Mazel
but yeah.
tov. Oh, fucking we are.
Yeah.
We're suing. We're doing everything. We're doing everything.
Holy shit, dude.
Are you
I'm
going to get
sweating.
high before your wedding? You're going to take.
I
Going
know
edible.
he's gonna try to get me to get high.
Who?
What
I
do you
said if
do?
you're going to be high,
You.
during his wedding or before, doing the vows and stuff,
Look
you
at
got to take one during the
Look at
day.
him. If he gets married, he'll get a beating. He'll get beat up at the wedding. We'll get thrown out. Well, who did this to
No
you?
one beat me up.
Who did this to you? Why
Oh, this is a new
Can
one.
you imagine if this motherfucker goes
She's
to the
100
wedding?
pounds. Who's gonna?
You remember
beat
the
me up?
night? You remember the night he was in front of the camera like this, and he was just going from side to side like a fucking pinball machine.
What here? When you
Yeah.
give me 500 milligrams? Yeah.
It wasn't 500.
Yes, it was.
It was 110. or
Go
something
back
like
to the
that.
tape. It's a 500. You always it's just 500 milligrams. Who?
Well,
you
yeah,
can't.
let's put a fucking.
No, I gotta drive back to
That's
Massachusetts.
okay. You need a little drive in your car.
It won't kick in for like a half hour.
Yes, it will, and I
This
have a
is the-
4-hour drive.
This is the squirter. This is 150.
A squirter.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I'll take whatever you want next week. I can't take any tonight.
What are you going to take one the day of your wedding, though, before?
Probably a little something.
Already he's complaining. I'll take one next week.
Yeah, I gotta drive back to Massachusetts
What
tonight.
an embarrassment.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
god.
Unfucking believable.
Meanwhile, your car has 8,000 dents. It's always in the fucking shop because you keep taking those things and you drive by sound and see what happens.
What's that got to do with the price tags?
What do you mean? What has it got to do?
Price
Because that's the
tags,
reason.
you don't even take a nibble. You know what I'm saying?
What
you
nibble?
let a man.
No matter how much I take, even if I took a nibble, I'd get yelled at for the
Nah,
a low
take a
nibble.
nibble. Something for the doctor. Something.
What doctor? Jesus Christ!
Something to make the ride go a little easier.
does
Mama's not
he
coming.
like antagonize your friends, or is he nice to your friends?
No, I mean, they just take them. Yeah. They go, okay, no problem. I'll take it.
There's 15 years of me taking it, and no matter how much I take, it's never enough.
You believe this? This is every Monday.
Oh my!
A story and a half.
What
I
story?
gotta drive. I'll take it next week.
Right. There was a time right there a few months ago, Lee stayed over. He didn't even make it to the hotel around the corner. He passed out of your house, didn't he? You gave him something.
Oh yeah.
He didn't even make it to the hotel, the Hampton Inn.
Oh, that's all the time.
Yeah.
No, that was one time. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was funny. I came over and I think it was like during like the time when I was like on the deep in the diet, had nothing. You gave me edibles and mushrooms. I had a hotel room and didn't make it to the hotel. I didn't even. I
And then
walked
one
in.
night he walked in so high with a piece of pizza.
Oh yeah,
There's a Chinese woman working behind the hotel.
she hated
desk.
me the whole
And
time.
Lee walked past her and then walked back and he opened up the pizza and he's like, You want a piece? And she's like, are you fucking crazy? He told me the next morning, no wonder they hate you over there.
Oh, they hated me. Because I was there like 18 times. And there's one woman, I've never had anyone at a whole, I was high as fuck. It was the first time I came to visit you. Steve Simone got the place I was this weekend. He got a tomato pie. And yeah, I was being a gentleman offering it. And yeah, looking back on it, I was slurring my words and fucked up.
Sure
So I
you
can
are.
understand why she didn't want some pizza. And she was working there the whole time. She hated me every time I came to that hotel.
Very nice. You know, Jim, what's funny that we're older now. We grew up in this fucking armpit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up here. Like, I was gone for a long time, but now I feel like after 5 years that now I see it for what it is. You know, I don't have to use Waze as much. Because this guy always asks me, how'd you get here? I have no fucking idea. I just press it in the fucking car and it tells you the best way if there's an accident, whatever the fuck. But it's just so fucking weird that we're here. I always knew I wasn't going to stay in California. I always knew that. There was no way I was buying a house in California. I went and looked at like 2 of them. And me and my wife were like, no fucking way. We're getting out of here. Especially once we had the kid. You know, it was all about the fucking kid, man.
Yeah.
Everything else is background. I did what I had to do. Nothing else was going to happen. I was there 23 years. Well, what am I holding on to?
Yeah, I never even
with The Rock.
I would just go out there for like a few weeks or a month at a time during pilot
that's
season,
That's
and
it.
then go. Yeah, I just never. And I didn't like it.
I was there 5 years too long.
Right.
I should have left there right after that Netflix thing. I knew that was it. It was that's it. I had done what I was going to do at the store. I was having the best sets in the world. I'm happy I stayed to the pandemic, but I'm just happy you said, yeah, I'll get you a realtor. And the rest was fucking history, dog. No games, no fucking nothing. We just went to work.
Did you make your sister-in-law give you a little piece of the commission?
No,
No.
but I'll never forget. I didn't see Joey for like 15 years.
Okay.
I don't know. We just weren't running in the same circles. And I was at the Comedy Store one night, and I was in the belly room, and Joey was on the show. Me and my manager Jonathan watched him. I never saw a guy kill like Joey killed for fucking 20 minutes. It was just went up there like a fucking
You
maniac.
act at that comedy store.
It was I never seen
You
anything
acted.
like it.
And you would be pooped after those 20 minutes.
Right.
You get off stage and go, what the fuck was that? I felt like a kicking dummy. Like somebody was kicking me for 20 minutes straight. But
Right.
had
And
to
you
go
said
on.
you had to go, you were there, then you went to the main room, then you were, the original room.
Yeah.
And you'd have to follow like killers like D'Elia in his prime and guys like that, Burr and stuff like that. So you're
It was
going after
rough.
these monsters.
The first 6 months that I went back,
Right.
it was fucking school. Just following Ali Wong one night, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I went up there with Ricky Dicky jokes after Ali Wong. You're not going to do too good, It was an education. It really was the best education I ever gotten. But it's funny, when I first met you in 97, I asked you where you were from. You said Jersey. You told me Old Bridge. Well, in those days, that was like telling me Transylvania. I didn't know what the fuck Old Bridge was. I knew Hudson County, Bayonne, Vineland, But I asked you where you lived at the time, and you said Weehawken. And I was like amazed. I'm like, this motherfucker's got it. He lives in Weehawken, and he does comedy in the city. That's fucking genius. And then years later, I saw that you were on Howard Stern. I was blown the fuck away. I was like, and then you were on Ozzy's Boneyard, which you still are. It's crazy. You're still fucking on there. That's fucking tremendous. You know
Like
what I'm
15
saying?
years now. Yeah. No, I used to live right on Gregory Avenue. That was the last street right before going down down to the tunnel, down the Lincoln Tunnel. So I used to take the little jitney bus into the city every night. A dollar. They'd let you off in the middle of
But
the.
that's when it was manageable.
Yeah, they
You
would
didn't
let you
go
off in the
broke.
Lincoln Tunnel if you wanted to. You didn't- as soon as you got in traffic outside, you got the tunnel. Yeah, get out, let me out here, and they just let you out. The problem was you had to wait for that bus to fill up at the end of the night at like 2 a.m. when I was done my spots. You're sitting on it. There's 3 people, and I'm like, come on, just fucking go already. And you're just waiting for a bunch of Spanish drunks to show up so they could fill that bus up and take you back. But it was fucking awesome. I was right there. I needed to be that spot. And that was another place. It was $900. We had 3 people living in the place. $300 each.
It's just so weird that I missed the boat. I always wanted to come to New York, but then I got involved and blah, 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 blah. And then once I got here, I'm like, I'm not driving into the city every fucking night. There's no way I was doing.
You've never been in the city at night.
Can you believe that shit?
I know.
Since
It's
I've
crazy.
been back, I've done 5 shows in the city. Those places at Sony Hall.
Right.
But beside that, the 2 nights I went in with my wife, I walked around like a dodo bird. And I've been in there in the daytime a few times. But it's funny that, you know, for years, we would tell stories on podcasts and shit like that, and people would, you know, pull you aside or pull me aside and go, where the fuck did you grow up that you had that type of lifestyle? Like what you failed, and I failed to tell these people, is that home I go to on Sundays to watch football, these guys have known each other since they were 6 or 7.
Yeah, first grade.
First grade. You don't see that. That's real. He's got a friend that was a bouncer in the village and wrote a book. The guy's one of these guys that's a tough guy, but I could tell he's kind of smart, you know, and he's got a good heart for you. And this is one of those guys that if you get into a beef, he'll die for you. If he loves you, this type of guy, they die for you. This ain't no guy in Hollywood that goes to kickboxing class at 6 in the morning. He eats kickboxers for lunch. Tell him what he told me the other day when we asked him what his fighting record was.
He was a bouncer in the village for 10 straight years
Okay.
at this place called the Red Lion. And I said, Kevin, tell Joey what your record is fighting. He said 227, 94, and 2.
I love that he kept track of
Yeah,
everybody he
yeah.
had.
Now, there's people who you know they're lying to you.
He ain't lying.
By looking at this guy, you just know he's the last of those guys that, you know, you're not going to talk to him about toxic masculinity, you know, because he's going to knock you. He doesn't even know what that is. He's another guy. I gave him a joint. He said he was high for 2 days.
Yeah. He said he couldn't go to work the next day.
You're not fighting anybody after one of Joey's joints.
But it's just crazy when you meet these guys that are real. You're meeting people that are fucking real. This is a real guy that gets up and took the bus over there and drank from the morning. He was telling us that he would start drinking in the morning and he had to work the doors. And when you meet those kind of people, and they're real, these guys aren't. This isn't fucking St. Elmo's Fire. This isn't one of these Hollywood movies. This isn't Ocean's 11 where George Clooney, they're all friends and they all hang out, because they really don't. They really don't. When you go down to that basement on Sundays, you feel it. You're like, okay, I'm somewhere. I don't know these guys, but I do know these guys. I grew up with these guys. One guy's yelling racial slurs. The other guy's talking about the Giants. The other guy, the 2 guys in the back talking about property taxes. You know what I'm saying? And you sit there and go, wow, where I came from, this would have to be acted out. Those 2 idiots in the back will be talking about the script they're going to sell. These 2 homos over here are talking about how they're not homos. You know what I'm saying? These, you know, everybody's talking about whatever project they have and how busy and how much money. Well, we're going to go with the Diaz's and the Ascaleses to the Bahamas next fall. You know, my uncle knows the captain of the fleet. Who gives a fuck?
Like, would this ever happen in LA? You'd be at a football party with all those people in the business, and the female sideline reporter comes on the screen, and you just 9 guys. Would you?
I come in the face.
Yeah.
Is she an Arab? Oh, look at her. Look at her pussy. And
I
look
let
at
her
this
shit on me first, and then I would eat the shit before I'd make out with her. Would that happen at any point?
No. And when listen, I'm gonna tell you who I felt like, because I want you to think about this scene. There's a scene in Goodfellas where fucking it's notorious. You know, he shoots Spider. But think about what happens when he shoots Spider. The guy that gets frozen at the end of the locker, remember they show him he's a good guy. I knew that guy towards the end of LA. He died of cancer, God rest his soul. And his brother is this, look at poor Lee. Anyway, listen to me, Lee.
I knew that guy. He died of cancer. God rest his soul. But
Yeah, but what was I getting at? I forgot. The edibles are kicking in.
We were just talking about, talking about
Those
the
kind of
female
guys.
sideline reporters, those kind of guys. And you're saying you knew that guy. He reminds you of.
Oh, okay. when the first minute I was there, and they all yelled and said all this shit, like I was in culture shock. First of all, it was the middle of COVID. They had all the windows closed. And these motherfuckers are yelling. I'm like, I'm going to die tomorrow. Okay? I would count how many people were in there.
Yeah.
12 people. Oh, this ain't going to be good tomorrow. I'm going to test positive. And then they yelled and all this shit. And I thought after they killed Spider, they go, take him to the fucking doctor. And the guy they hang goes, yeah, it's a fucking good party. I'm having a good time. And they all, like, it was a good time. Somebody got shot. Now it's a party. Now I know where I stand. Now I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, now I know my boundaries. That first time I heard that after leaving LA, that's what it felt like. I was like, oh shit, I'm with the right people. I'm in good hands. There's beers, there's everything. Booze, fucking every type of soda. Jimmy provide. It's a fucking family thing. He's got 3 other brothers, and sometimes the sisters show up. Food from everywhere. Every week there's something there. And where the fuck is that going to happen? Unless in LA, if somebody's got a script and they're casting it, then we'd all be there. Let's go see Jimmy. Jimmy, who did you decide on by halftime? He's there. Somebody's all work. Dog. Oh, shit. I'll tell you what. I went to one Super Bowl party in LA. I can't say his name. He was at this party. And guess what he did, Jimmy? In fact, let's take a dollar bill. See who could guess what this motherfucker did at a Super Bowl party in Hollywood. They invited me out of the Comedy Store.
Right.
The guy is from Jersey. He lives in Jersey today. And he was part of this Super Bowl party. What do you think he did? There was like an agent there, and they were all kissing his ass. What do you think this guy did at halftime?
I have a guess.
With a dollar bill?
No, we're going to bet a dollar bill each.
Bet it.
That nobody could guess what the fucking guy did at halftime. Shut up. 2. 2. 3.
Passed out headshots.
4. You're the closest so far.
Okay.
Put on a videotape of maybe his act or set or something like that. Or maybe his
This motherfucker like brought his stand-up set and snuck it to some girls, and he made the girl at halftime go, let's put this in.
Oh
And
no.
people are like, what's this? And the guys in the back like, that's a football party in LA, guys.
Was it good at least?
He lives back in New Jersey.
He's not retired.
No, not at all. But trust me, it was that's the thing. Everybody's going to be seen. Nobody cares if you fart, if you scratch your ass, if you fucking. There's a kid who used to go there that would just drink Coca-Colas. 12 or 13 Coca-Colas every Sunday.
And then he would just crash.
Little retarded kid. Yeah, we lost him. He's in college now, right?
Right. And then he would just crash and he couldn't even move on the couch.
Fucking hilarious.
Were you putting edibles in the Coca-Colas?
No. And then he would just and he wouldn't say anything. And then he'd get all miserable and mad. Like it really fucked him up. Because he couldn't drink Cokes at home. So he'd just be guzzling them.
Hysterical.
And the guys would count him. Look, he's on his 8th one. And he'd be popping another one, dog. And you're like, what the fuck, guy? It was always, it's always something, but it's real. It's organic. And that shit just didn't happen for a long time. And now I'm always busy on Sundays. I go for the halftime, just see what Miami's doing. If Miami's losing by halftime, we got to go. Because it's all over already. I don't want to see Jimmy sad. I like Jimmy when he's happy. But he's not even getting sad anymore. It's that type of season.
Yeah.
His son the other day was already going, yeah, we got a chance, 6 and 7 with a wild card. I'm like, I didn't even want to look at him and tell him, come here, son, you need a hug. You need a hug.
Yeah, he doesn't realize
Even
it.
Jimmy didn't buy into it. Jimmy, no, I don't know about that one. Remember, he hasn't gotten a concussion yet.
Tua.
He's playing well. I don't wish him bad, but it's coming. He's going to play.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
Game 8, Game 9, when they got a little bit of hope, he's going to get hit. He always does. And that's it. And then Miami's got to figure it out after Game 9. I don't wish Tua. I like Tua. I became a fan. I bet him every Sunday just out of respect because I'm going over there. I don't go over there and cheer against them. I'm family.
Do you lose every
I throw-
Sunday?
Huh?
You lose every
Like
Sunday?
a gentleman because I'm with
This year,
because
yeah.
I'm with family. It's out of respect. I know they're going to lose, but this week we won. I won, 48 on 25.
Nice.
That's it. I don't bet them in any parlays. I don't include them in nothing. You bet them solo and you just go, fuck it. A little something for the Florentine family. Just so we're all in this together. Because there's some motherfuckers that go over there and cheer against the host. They don't know that when I was growing up, if you did that, you get smacked in some places. But there was somebody in particular who did that in front of me one day, in front of my mother. She cheered against the Mets. That was not bueno. My mother went up to him, took the fork out of his fucking, give me that fucking thing. Pesada para pinga. Como tú vas a venir en mi casa y echarle cosas, me mete pasinga, te mete un galletazo, hijo de puta. Oh my God, yeah. In the old days,
Yeah,
you
no, I
couldn't go-
tell my son that when you go over someone's
Yeah,
house,
you
don't root
can't go
against their
against the
team.
host. Never.
Don't. You keep it quiet.
I don't care if it's the worst team in the world.
Yeah.
You go with the host. Everybody gambles on the host. You go with the host. That's respect. You don't beat these people today. Well, my favorite, shut the fuck up. Your favorite player isn't playing till tomorrow. He's probably on the IL list. But no, that's the way it is. Jimmy, just for the fucking record here, tell them the wrestling story for you fucking people at home that don't understand the depth. I'm trying to I got to break some news out, not to the podcast where I got to break it out to my family soon. But it's going to show you the levels of torture that I inflict. Everybody's still waiting patiently for my piece of masterpiece that I've done. And they're already crumbling. Just like I predicted, they're scratching, they're knocking on the door. It's crazy because we see it coming a mile away. And it's great when you get surprised, but then you're like, this motherfucker doesn't understand. I'm from Jersey. And now I own him. I own him in a different way. Not financially, not physically. I'm going to own him mentally. Well, I'm going to dip into his or her fucking mind and just fucking run my fucking gamut. Because people have done it to us, and it's like, okay, I see it coming, but now we're better at you at this. Tell them what you grew up in. I mean, you grew up with fucking 7 people in your house, yelling and screaming Italians, but tell us the wrestling story for the fucking record.
My dad would take us to Madison Square Garden for a wrestling match, and Bruno Sammartino was the champ at the time. And they had to he was the champ for like 12 years because all the Italians in New York loved him, and they couldn't change belts because he'd pack the Garden every month, 20,000 people. All the Italians from New York would go see him. So Vince McMahon Sr. said, listen, man, you can't give up the belt. Because Bruno wanted to retire. He's like, we're not going to sell out the Garden. So my dad was one of those Italian guys. I was 12, 13, 14, taking me to Madison Square Garden. You had to be 14. I think you had to be 16 to get in because there was blood for some reason. So you had to be 16. I didn't have an ID, obviously. So I would wear my mom's bell-bottom pants and wear my mom's platform shoes like Kiss wore. She had the big platform bucket. So I looked taller, but I cover them with the bell-bottom pants. Just so I look taller so they wouldn't go, this kid's not 16. Because my dad said, listen, if you can't get in, I'm leaving you at Penn Station. I'm going to the match. I ain't coming back home. So I dressed up like basically like a woman to go watch go watch men in tights fucking wrestle. How am I not sucking cock to this day? I don't understand. So there was a guy out front that would sell wrestling pictures. He was always in the same spot. He had a photo album. He was a wrestling photographer. So we'd always go to him. I said, I'd save up like $10. He'd sell them for like $1 a piece. So I'd buy him, and then at one point he goes, hey, give me your phone number because I go to all the other matches outside the Garden, Nassau Coliseum, Baltimore, and I could tell you who won these matches because you didn't know, what they weren't on TV. So he started calling me. And he's like, hey, man, superstar Billy Graham. And he's breathing heavy on the phone. And I'm like, why are you breathing heavy? He goes, he just came in from a jog. I'm like, all right, that sounds logical. Meanwhile, he weighed like 350 pounds. He wasn't fucking jogging anywhere. So he must have been jerking off on the line. Why, my 14-year-old voice was coming in it was just changed at the time. It was getting nice and deep. So it must have did something to him as he's telling me who won the match. So then at one point, my parents let us go to Asbury Park Convention Hall by ourselves. We're 14 years old. There's like 6 of us. Take the train down there. They're like, it's close enough. We don't have to go with you. He's in the front row. because he's taking pictures. So in between a match, we're all in the nosebleeds. He comes up to all of us. He's like, hey, I got 2 seats. Who wants to come down the front? And so we're like, front row? He's like, yeah. I go, I'll go. And he goes, and you too, Mike. We were both the kids with blonde hair and blue eyes. So we get down to the front, and all of a sudden there's only 1 seat. And I'm like, I thought there was 2 seats. He goes, no, one's mine. I go, well, how's this going to work? He goes, well, someone has to sit on my lap.
Oh no.
And I'm like, this is weird. He's like, yeah, well, one's mine, so someone's going to have to sit on my lap. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. My friend Mike's like, I'm not doing it. But then all of a sudden they're starting a match. We see Andre the Giant coming out. And he's like fucking 5 feet from like, holy shit. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll sit on your lap.
Oh no.
I wasn't going back to the nosebleeds. Fucking Andre was right there. I'm 14 years old. I see him 7'5". So I sat on his lap, and he's holding me like we're on a motorcycle, in case I fell.
Oh no.
And at one point during a match, he nibbled on my ear, and I go, what the fuck was that? He's like, sorry, I was looking that way. It slipped. And I'm like, that's weird. I go, Mike, you sit on his lap. I'm done. I go, fuck that. So then Mike sat on his lap, and he started holding him like that.
You did nail it out?
Yeah, I threw my friend out of us. So yeah, I still want to see the match. I'm not leaving, but that was a little weird that you nibbled on my ear. I mean, it did feel pretty good, actually.
Oh.
So then at some point, cut to a few months later, my parents let him stay over a house on the weekend. Because he knew all the kids in the neighborhood, because we'd all go to matches. My dad would take everybody. So he knew like 6 of us. And my parents thought it was weird, like a 39-year-old guy. Why would he want to hang out with 14-year-olds? Like, all right, well, whatever. I met him. It seems like it's okay. So he comes in from the bus from New York City, lived in New York City, Friday night, comes in late. And he goes, hey, can I wake up Jim? He's sleeping in our guest room. My parents like, no, he's sleeping. He goes, okay. I wake up in the morning, and he's got his hand down my pants, my underwear. I'm in my pajamas. I had little PJs, and I had a little hole in the front. He had his thumb through it. I'm like, what the? And I go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm showing you a magic trick. I'm like, a magic trick? He's like, yeah, no, let me keep it in there. It's a magic trick. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I go, I'm going to go tell my older brothers, because they were on to him. They thought he was weird anyway. And he blocked the door, and he's like, listen, I got my photo album here. It's 30 pictures, whatever ones you want if you don't say a word. I go, 30? He's like, 30. I go, okay. So I fucking sat through that. I took out 30 pictures. He goes, you're not going to say anything? I go, no, I'm not going to say anything. As soon as he moved away from the door, I ran, told my brothers. They fucking dragged him out. He was holding onto the door. They dragged him out, put him in the car, and then dumped him off at the bus stop, and like we're hitting him over the head with those big newspapers like 6 a.m. The Star Ledger was in a fucking wrap, hitting him over the head, and beat the fuck out of him and sent him on a bus back to New York.
Why, wait. Yeah, I was gonna say, I love how this is Joey's favorite story, and like most people would still be in therapy over this. What is going? Oh my god!
I didn't notice. My brother Bob, who's older than me, said he goes the night before he came in my room and he tried to kiss me, and I punched him in the face, and I gave him a bloody lip. I didn't even know that. He told me that years later.
Black lip. They'll throw him under the fucking jail now.
And I found him on a sex offender's website. He lives in Thailand now. He was in a sex offender.
No.
Yeah. About 8 years ago, I found him. He was still there. But I told this story on Howard Stern. I had 15 people email me from around the country, said, that's the same thing that happened to me, too. He did that with me. He did this. I stayed over. We'd be wrestling with me, all this shit. It was a huge story. People, a guy even sent me. I got to show you, Joey. Next time you're around, I still have a picture of the guy. I have a picture of the guy. The guy sent me the picture because he'd write us letters too. I really like you. And you know what the worst was? There was one.
The worst.
There was one that Ivan Koloff was an old wrestler, and he won the belt for like 9 days. He had it, and he had that picture. He goes, "This is really rare. It's gonna be worth a lot of money one day." And I took that one out of my 30, and I looked it up, and it was worth 9 cents. That motherfucker lied to me. 9 cents. I still have the pictures too. Yeah, I have to keep them.
There's a guy on Facebook that I'm friends with him and his wife. And his wife signed up for my Patreon before it went fucking kaput. It just fucking disappeared. I don't know what the fuck Patreon did there. And I've tried to, he's a big shot now. I mean, he was a North Bergen skinny fucking scrawny kid. and he ended up with a big position. I don't know how. I mean, I'm not mad at him, but he was he lived across the street from me. And when I first moved to that neighborhood, he was younger than me by a year or two. I hung out with somebody completely different, even though he lived on the block. But he had a hot mom with a great fucking ass, and she wore little glasses, blonde with curly hair. Did you eat an edible?
No,
You look fucked up. It's like cough medicine.
just a bunch of Dayquil. Yeah.
So, that's the house. It's still there on Given Terrace. And they had a side door. And they had like a back apartment. And we had the same thing. We had a guy that lived back there that we'd be playing, and he'd just walk in and out with his newspaper. And he had a leather jacket. And he worked in the city. Good guy. And then he started coming outside and talking to us. And then one day we were at that age where we wanted questions, but we didn't want to ask our dads. So we started asking him creepy questions about girls and shit. And he would say, come to the backyard, I'll show you shit. And he would play a little porn for us and all that type of stuff. And then, I don't know, his name was Nelson, and he had a black friend. And they had gone to, what's that rock? It doesn't fucking matter. They went to some country with a rock. I'll never forget, the Rock of Gibraltar. And they would always talk about the Rock of Gibraltar and shit. And we were talking one night, and we're like, Nelson, tell us how it is when you get a hand job and all this shit. He's like, no. Come tomorrow night at 8 o'clock and come by my window and listen. Give me $1 a piece. I'm going to fuck my girlfriend and you guys can listen. Like
He was charging you $1 a piece?
Yeah. And we all went over there the next night and sat by the window. And I'll never forget, like, we were at that age that we knew, but we didn't know. And the girl goes, give me milk, daddy. And we fucking heard that and ran. Like, that was it. She goes, because he was about to jerk off in the mouth.
Right. Wow.
I didn't see it. The taller kid
Right.
was telling us, oh, he's fucking her in the ass. And he was like coming, the poor kid. You could hear him breathing heavy.
Right.
He's on Facebook too.
Give me milk, daddy. That's a great
But
line.
the chick said, give me milk, daddy. And we fucking ran. It must have been 4 of us under the window, dressed up. You know?
Right.
And yeah, we thought we were going to get pussy and shit. And then we tortured him for a while. I never knew what happened to him. But, I thought about it. Like, before I started writing about it, I'm like, let me fucking dig deep. And I hit that kid on Facebook, and I go, do you remember him when we were kids? And he goes, I knew my mom rented it to somebody that was a bartender. I just don't remember him at all. And I'm like, fuck. I wish you could tell me that the guy got arrested, or I don't know what happened to the guy. But it was interesting having him there. And till this day, I can't, not till the end was when he would come out, we'd play football, and he'd come out with a robe with no underwear on. And that's
I love how at the beginning of this podcast is you pitching me moving to New Jersey, and it's great to grow up in New Jersey.
Listen, this is New Jersey, 1975, Lee, where, you know what, nothing was really going to happen because you had neighborhood kids. We backed each other. I never went back there alone. And he was right off the street. If anything happened, you would yell one time. Like, that's how we knew when he was fucking the chick. We could hear it. So you could hear what was going on. It wasn't toward the end when we thought something was weird about him. And that was when he came out to play football with a robe with no underwear and sneakers on. And
He had sneakers on too?
he had sneakers on. And he went up the middle and somebody tackled him. And his dick came out and we're like, end the story. That's it. No more football today.
It sounds like the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy. I talk to all these victims, and I'm not, saying anything.
When you talk
bad.
to victims.
Not talk to victims, but you read their stories, you feel their pain, you watch their YouTube videos, and you go, man, I'm very grateful. And one time, I was such a basketball head. I was probably in the 8th grade, and somebody said that St. Michael's opened up. It was like when we used to get a foot of snow, nothing, the buses, the number 1 bus shut down. They only have 1 bus. You'd have to wait for 2 hours for the bus to come around. But we were into basketball, and I remember going down there with a bunch of kids, but they all lived in fucking North Bergen downtown. I still had to get up to like 38th Street. And I remember being out there for 45 minutes, freezing, and all of a sudden a guy pulls up, and he goes, hey, you want to ride up? How far are you going? I go, Sears. He goes, get in. And I had a basketball. I put it between my legs. I'm freezing and shit. And right by we got close, he goes, so you play basketball a lot? And he went to hit the ball, but he hit my cock. And I just fucking froze, Jimmy. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, oh, this is no bueno. And he goes, where do you live? And I go, fuck that. And there was a God because the door just opened. I still remember just running out, hitting Sears, and then running in front of him and going into Schützen Park. And in those days, I knew Schützen Park in and out. I was up there all the time getting chased by the butcher. The guy who cut meat and cooked, we didn't want us in the back. So I knew all the nooks and crannies. And I still remember him pulling in and going, hey, where you going? And I fucking just darted, you know. I didn't call the cops. I just went home. I didn't tell nobody. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Right.
No fun, no fight. He went for the cock of death. He tried. I ain't mad at him for that. Look at the shape of
The
Leo.
fucked up episode. What do you mean? He didn't do nothing. He grabbed your dick.
Yeah, well, you know, those were the times.
Listen, Leo, I was
Parents didn't think like the priests were doing anything with the kids. They go camping with them for the
Right,
weekend,
but at least a priest
and that
is
was normal.
A man of God in theory.
Yeah, but that's
There's
why. But they didn't think
professional
other people.
wrestling photographer and a fucking.
And I thought about it. I never forget going home and going, should I say something? In those days, if I said something, that would make my mom put more security on me. And that's the last thing I did in the 8th grade. I had finally earned that freedom from her that I was allowed to go play basketball and go to movies with girls and little fucking stupidity. If I would have told her that, then she would have put the fucking grips on me. I want you at the bar all the time from now on. Fuck. That works against the fucking whatever.
Right, and that's. I remember my older brother saying, "Hey, you better tell Dad what that guy did." I go, "No, because he's going to make me give the pictures back."
Yeah.
I fucking earned it.
I worked hard for these
Yeah,
fucking
right.
pictures.
Fucking sat on the guy's lap.
Did you want? You know what? Did you ever finish that episode of that show with John Hamm? The show I told you about him burglarizing houses.
On
No,
Apple.
I didn't see it. What is it again? I forgot. I haven't seen it yet.
It's on Apple. I haven't seen it, but I know what it is.
Oh, right. I don't have.
You've got to watch episode 8 when it wraps up and he busted. What this beautiful woman says to him. And it opens up every man's eyes. Because I watched it 3 times already on what this woman said. That she got out of high school and she was the high school beauty queen. And then she went to college and she got out and she couldn't find a job. So she got a job in a restaurant. She was the hottest waitress. And then one day she started having an affair with the boss and her life was different. And then one day the boss proposed to her and she thought it was great because now she had financial security and she could do whatever the fuck she wanted. But now she became the manager at the restaurant. They bought another business. And she just goes on about her life. And she goes, you know, meanwhile, he's doing this and I have to live like this because it's protecting my children. So for years, I let this fucking slob climb on top of me every night and do whatever the fuck he wanted to because I did it for my children. It's a fuck, I'm telling you, dog. It's like Glenn Ross is a good monologue, but this chick does a monologue about life and she just breaks it down what I did for my fucking kids. And how this series ends will blow all your fucking minds. By the way, the fucking mayor of Kingstown is back with with the other chick, Tony Soprano's wife. She's running the prison now. Bam! It was tremendous last night. So if you don't know now, you fucking know, motherfuckers. What, Lee? What? You don't
I'm
have
still
Cuban-
getting over the wrestling fucking story.
I know.
You want to see the pictures next time we go to my
Were
house?
they good pictures? Were they at least signed
You're gonna have to
pictures?
sit on my lap.
See, Lee?
He's been trying to get me to sit on people's laps for 15
See,
years.
Lee? There's action in the suburbs, dog.
I like it. Doesn't sound good. It sounds like child abuse.
Let me ask you this, Jimmy. You're always on Gutfeld, which is fucking tremendous.
Yeah.
I hear about it all the time. I watch it. I can't. I'm not political, so I can't. But you're always on Gutfeld, which is fucking great. You're still on the road and you're still doing your thing.
But it's not. I can't ask for more. Raising my kid, he's good. It's all good.
We're not going to right. We're not going to rehab.
Not going to rehab, not catching any shit. I'm just doing my little gigs.
Nobody invited us.
Sell a few. Yeah,
You
exactly.
were heartbroken. You didn't get the 1.8.
I'm not in that chaos
me neither.
of that world. I don't want to be any
Nobody
part of it.
invited. And we live nice and simple.
I already lived fucking that life. You live it too. You know, when I was on Stern back in the day, 20 million people listening. Your business is on the air every day. I dated his sidekick, so that was all going on. I don't like that shit, man. So I went through it. I already fucking went through all that chaos.
You're done.
I'm done.
Now we're just waiting for fucking the Lord to take us when and when.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, just ride
We're
it
60. Dog, when you're 60, it's a different game. You have hope that you, like I talked to my uncle the other day, finally, 85. He's still slinging dick. I hope. I knock on wood every day. He took care of himself at the end. He's living with cancer, too. He just goes to a vegan diet. He lived. No chemo, no nothing.
Wow.
Where's the next weekend you're working at?
I'll be at the dojo, Morris Plains, December 26th. Oh, I can't go to Lee's wedding now.
No, that's
December
the day before.
26th
That's
and
Friday.
27th.
He's getting married on the 27th.
To both nights, I'm there at 26th and
Oh,
27th.
all right. So you're out. You
See,
can't go.
I would have went.
You can't catch the
Now I'm
spectacle.
definitely sending you an invite to get the present.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
I
dun,
know.
dun,
You take
dun, dun,
Bitcoin.
dun, dun,
Oh, of course I take
dun, dun,
Bitcoin.
dun, 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 dun. Lee, where you at this week, player?
This week, Wednesday, I'm with you at the dojo. Friday.
Thursday.
It's Thursday now?
Yeah.
Okay. Thursday, I'm at the dojo. Friday, I'm at the comic strip for the comedy competition.
Are you going to dress up? They're
No.
making you dress up like something?
No.
Dress up
And
like...
Boca this weekend, too.
Are you in Boca this
Yeah,
weekend?
Friday, Saturday,
Look at
Halloween
you.
night, and Saturday.
Oh,
November 1.
shit. Fucking Boca-Ton like a motherfucker.
All New Yorkers down there love them.
Yeah, no, that's a good little place.
Yeah, yeah.
Retired New Yorkers. Some ones that live there. Well, you motherfuckers know where I'll be. I'll be at the dojo with them Thursday night. Stress Factory's gone. November 8th. DC at the fucking MGM Grand Casino. I'm very excited. I'm going to be down there a few days, fucking sightseeing. See when one of the presidents got shot. Somebody got shot down there, didn't they? It don't matter. But I love you motherfuckers. I want to thank Jim Florentine for coming on. Lee Sayat, the Captain Kirk, the fucking Jewish Cato, the Flame of Life. December 27th wedding, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully you
Except
could all
all
make
Bitcoin.
it. We'll leak the locations of the wedding so you could all show up and take pictures. And his
Jesus
wife would
Christ.
love to have you there. I love you guys. Have a great week. See you next week, cocksuckers. Stay black. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here. The last place you want to find something scary is in the toilet. Keep everything tip-top in the bathroom with Bioma. Bioma's blend of prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics helps restore a healthy microbiome. You're going to want to give Bioma a try and get things sorted out down there. Listen, me, I pop 2 of those things. I'm tip-top Magoo. You understand me? Everything is rocking, smooth, smoke comes out. Forget about it. Stop waiting for your stomach to get better on its own. Get Bioma and get it together. It's not just about smooth, regular digestion. Your gut can mess with your hormone levels, energy, weight management, and even lifespan. Take 15% off your Bioma order to get started. Just click in the link in our show notes and press in code JOEY, Joey. Bioma will get you tip-top Magoo in time for the holidays before you start stuffing your face. Balance yourself out and take care of yourself. You want to be healthy through the holidays. Trust me, you don't want to end up like Uncle Joey in the hospital for 5 days. So go to Bioma. Again, that's code JOEY for 15% off your order when you click in the link in our show notes. Happy Halloween.